expected it to turn out like this.
TheBoxingVoice.com.
Shout out to the community, man. I appreciate y'all.
What's happening, people?
Info Joe, Los Angeles, in the building.
Adrian, the problem wrong, the man from the frozen tundra.
Keem, straight out of Florida.
Liz Lowe, Decatur, Georgia.
You already know what it is. It's the Queen, Martha K, Detroit. Stand up.
David Maldonado, New York City. Yo, Nuts, don't cut me off, man. Don't cut me off.
King Amin of Essex, catch me for them championship rounds.
Big Super Mac, Plainview, Texas.
Davidian in Buffalo. God bless you all.
In Jesus' name.
Without Chai, it ain't nothing. Without the callers, it ain't nothing, man.
Bad Girl, TKO, San Diego, California.
Big Fish Vega, Palm Beach, Florida.
Intrigue the Incredible, straight out the ATL.
James Benitez, Huntsville, Alabama. It ain't hating, it's just the truth.
Show Kid, Mount Vernon, New York, suckers.
SDS Promotions.
Coach Midday from London, UK.
Let's go! I'm ready!
Checking in from Tennessee, it's Lethal James, P-A-Y-N-E. It's lethal.
Line 6 Reed, just spreading that boots gospel.
Bo from Bama, only in America.
Well, I'm a true attestation to the American dream.
King Born, Crown Heights, Brooklyn. You heard? 4 chicken wings and French fries, breakfast and champions. Let's get to it.
JT, New Orleans, Louisiana.
Stuff like that.
Yo, TVV, this Coach J-Mac. New Orleans, Louisiana, 504, baby.
What have you?
C. Y. E.
California.
Like the video, subscribe to the channel, join YouTube members and Patreon for some.
This is the #1 pound for pound and 2-division champion, Marvin the Tank Furman from Dallas, Texas.
Mr. PBC, baby.
LV Sugland, from DC to Stunt City, Bomb Squad.
Brandon Maurice, aka the AJ Trucking, straight out of Cincinnati, baby.
Madbad 100, U.S. Virgin Islands.
Chickarelli, Hollywood, California.
Louis Reyes, Boston, Mass. Yo, drop that SDS shit,
This
son.
message was brought to you by SDS Promotions.
The voice of the people. There is no equal.
You can add Nestor Gibbs on Skype to be part of the conversation. TheBoxingVoice.com.
As always say,
What up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Buenos dias, muchachos y mujeres. What's going on?
What up, champ?
I'm fucking feeling good, bruv.
It was
it was an excellent night. I think that's what it was. Even though I'm starting the show late, and I know y'all gonna get at us, like, cause we always late. So today's excuse doesn't matter, cause it's like, yo, even if we got an excuse for being late today, we always late. I get that, but yesterday we was putting in fucking work, major work. I mean, what it was I had to have worked 20 hours.
definitely put in some work. You know, I don't count.
Maybe I'm lying. Maybe 17.
You know, I don't count the hours because it's just not work to me, champ.
No, you're right about that. But it was, for me as an older man, it was past my bedtime.
Oh, no, for sure.
I got home and my phone was already thinking I was asleep. Like, all my alerts was off, sleep timer was on, and my shit was like, why you not in bed?
Yeah, so I be having the sleep mode, so I have like that 1 hour time.
Yeah.
So by the time I got home, my wind down was already ending. I'm like, damn, I still had a shower, still had a smoke, you know, still late, all that. So, but yeah, man, we was blessed yesterday.
We were blessed, man, to not only interview Keyshawn Davis, the silver medalist, and
let's try it again.
Keyshawn Davis, the silver medalist. It's because I am Latino. Tengo la lengua. Yo soy bilingüe. So yo puedo, tú sabes hacer yo te puedo hablar en cubano o lo puedo cambiar y de una vez puedo decir chacho. Nah, I'm fucking around. I was supposed to switch up to Puerto Rican. I couldn't do it that quick because I already went to the Cuban. It wasn't working.
Yeah.
But the point is, we were working hard and we got a lot of footage. So head on over to youtube.com/The Boxing Voice where you'll see
hold on.
a bunch of workout footage of Keyshawn. So if you're into boxing and you want to learn how to, properly throw jabs and right hands, you could check out that boy because he is not playing. He's very good.
So definitely some exclusive Keyshawn Davis.
Devin was nice
training
too.
footage.
Devin was nice. It was good to see, like up close, that he doesn't forget the fundamentals. And that's why I like being in the gym. It's them little things, man. So, it's got to be like 5 o'clock. Devin's already worked out 2 hours maybe.
At least.
And he's on the double end bag. And, he's working a double end bag. And I'm just watching, and I go to Danny, and I'm like, yo, peep how he hitting the double end bag. Like, every shot. Now, I told Danny this because, he, when we used to work out, he used to get mad at me. Because I'm like, yo, turn it over. So turn it over. Obviously, that's right. You turn it. You want to turn that shit. Not just punch or you want to. Because then it recoils back. It's same with the jab.
Yo, so, but Ness, you feel me? Ness would be like the father in the bleachers, not the father that's on the sidelines actually coaching. It's like you yelling out shit. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, all right, motherfucker, you talking shit. Come show me, help me then. If you my friend and I'm doing something wrong, show me how to do it right. But no, Ness would just watch me fail so he could talk shit about me.
He's lying like a liar. He's lying like a big fat liar. Anyway, so I picked up on that. And I'm like, look, Danny, see, I be telling you to turn it over. Look at Devin, bro. He got the fundamentals down pat, and it's like ingrained in him. He doesn't forget. Every fucking shot is turning. If it's a jab, it's turning. If it's the right, it's turning. If it's the fucking uppercut, bruh. That boy got the fundamentals down. The pivots, like the way he's so defensively, like he's shadow boxing, right? Boom. So he'll throw the hook, right? He'll pivot and extend the arm. So he's already shadow boxing defensively, expecting something. You understand? So he's pivoting out of danger, still expecting more danger, covering the overhand right with the left. I'm just like, yo, he nice, bro. But yesterday, it's my first time seeing Keyshawn. I'm going to be back with him today. All things go well. He'll be here today with BoMac here today in our private gym.
Yo. Didn't BoMac say that Terrence Crawford lands in Vegas today?
Plus Terrence.
Oh, wow.
Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Let's fucking go. Yo, man.
Do that again, Danny. I didn't catch
it. Yo, funny thing, too. I text you, and I don't know if you had left.
What?
But obviously, I'm from Chicago, huge White Sox fan, South Side.
Yeah, I ain't know Coach Red was from Chicago.
Yeah, so Coach Red, Bo, he come in, he's from the city. He come in with the Cubs hat. Now, prior to this, BoMac had already asked about the hat in question on my head. And I'm like,
lucky we got a
I'm
few
like,
here.
we might have like a couple left. So
there was decoration.
Who you said asked about that?
BoMac.
Okay, yeah, he asked.
Yeah. So how's it feel when your favorite fighter's favorite coach asking for your fucking
I ain't gonna lie, I told him if he come to the private gym for a walkthrough. You know what I'm saying? That's why
he ain't coming for no walkthrough.
No, that's what I'm just saying. I told him that prior to y'all closing all this other stuff.
I showed BoMac the Instagram video of the gym on my phone. So I handle my phone. Yo, he replays it like twice. And I just see him nodding his head. I got that Moneybag Yo plan. He say, big time over this the big leagues. So he plays it over a couple times and he hand me the phone and he like, y'all need a double end bag. And I'm like, no, this video, we actually got one. But I told him, I ain't gonna lie, it's a little shitty, but we got one. So then,
Top Rank shit is shitty. I seen Keyshawn complaining.
Yeah.
That I think he said saggy or something else with an S. What else? What'd he say?
The reaction, it wasn't there, you know what I'm saying?
He couldn't do the 3. Like it wasn't it didn't have enough tension for the 1, 2, 3 to land if he did the speed that they was asking for. But yeah, man, back to Keyshawn. It was just an amazing opportunity to watch him work. I was watching his feet. you know, he's got very interesting feet. You know what I mean? Like, he moves them feet a lot. It could be the drill, though. Again, that's also my first time watching BoMac work, you know. And it was funny, bro. It was funny because BoMac was watching me. Every now and then I'll catch him watching me, and I'm like, oh, I'm watching you too, champ. And then that question, and I was showering this morning. I'm like, fuck, I got to answer that question properly, because he's like, yo, how'd y'all get here? And it's like, you know, I kind of answered it, but at the end of the day, you know,
I'm gonna be honest.
I need to let him know, like, we been number fucking one. It's just people starting to realize, like, I've been number one on iTunes, and my competition, they ain't even had 10% of the reviews we got on iTunes. So, like, it's just the world starting to notice. So we got there by hard work, and I forgot to say that because I was in the moment with him. So I do want to answer that question properly.
Yeah, I remember him asking it, and I remember my response, but I didn't even.
Yeah, mine was all playful and shit, and then I'm like, I'm like, damn, it probably ain't registered to him, like, you know what I mean? So I want to make sure he know, but they'll see when they come through today, hopefully. But yeah, man, it was, yo, Keyshawn, his feet is very educated, man.
I just want to say a few things. Funny, when Keyshawn fought last, was here in Vegas on the Shakur Stevenson Oscar Valdez undercard, and that fight week, I remember talking to BoMac, and, you know, I'm walking with him, and I'm trying to get him in studio. And he tell me, like, come on, man, you know Champ don't fuck with Ness. He like, I can't fuck with y'all. So Red come out of nowhere, throw his arm around me. He say, look, even though Champ don't fuck with y'all, yo, I fuck with y'all, man. Y'all the Breakfast Club of boxing. I like what y'all got going on. So it's just great to see how things have all came full circle.
It was crazy to see Red in person. Homie pretty big. Yes. Mm-hmm. He's like, he the one that's going to tussle with you out the group. You feel me? Like, he going to be the first one to give you that football tackle. You can tell he got some big-ass shoulders, bro. I ain't know that. Like, and his, what the fuck is this? The traps. He looked like he might have worked out back in the day.
Yeah, I told him probably go over there Sunday, throw some food on the grill, watch the football game. You know, we both Bears fans, so we're probably going to suffer together.
So, best dad ever, we almost had Tank, man. You know, our team was talking with his team to see if we could be a team, and he wanted to use the gym, was the rumor. I don't know what happened. Maybe that's still a thing, because remember, his fight's not till December, and remember, he trains out here every now and again. So, hopefully, you know, fingers crossed, man. You know, we definitely got to send them positive vibes so that things like that can happen, man.
Absolutely,
and more notice is taken on the hard work, because, and that's why I was like telling Danny, let's just keep it the way that it is, because there's nothing like us, man. There's no one that gives everyone an opportunity, you know, and treats them the same. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, we might get a little giddy for the bigger name, but they still get the same treatment. You know what I mean? And I'm proud of that. I'm proud of that, because, you know, like today we're gonna have a amateur in here who's gonna turn professional. At the moment, he's training with BoMac and Keyshawn. He's Keyshawn's lead sparring partner for this fight, and yeah, he's gonna make his professional debut in a few days, and I don't want to not be able to have those types of interviews and learn those types of stories, because I feel like that journey that I'm on with each and every fighter is better when I have more information, man. When I feel more attached if I know more about you.
No, and I'm going to be honest with you. At the end of the day, it's like you still don't know what's to come of this sport.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? We've been a top rank on countless occasions where, you know, the A-side fighter is sparring somebody we've never heard of, and from that sparring session that we see, we then in return have that individual on the show because we've been discovered to him,
Mm-hmm.
and now we're following their career, and now we're seeing what they're doing, and now it's like, okay, cool. Was he really like that, or was it just a sparring session? So, we're able to bring these names not just into our lives but into the lives of everybody else, and able to make people aware and just grow the sport first and foremost. So
word, man. So speaking of growing the sport, obviously the Zone came out, and I don't want to say it's been reported. You have to follow the CEO of the Zone to know this. Obviously we're friends on LinkedIn. And fingers crossed again, hopefully we get him on the show. Fight week of Canelo Triple G. But on his LinkedIn, obviously, Joe Makrowski posted that the Misfits Boxing and that crossover, he called it sports-tainment. Pretty weird. Sports-tainment. And he's like, yo, I don't know if it's good. No, not good. He definitely said that. Like, basically, he's like, he doesn't know what it is. He knows it's not traditional, but whatever it is, they're along for the ride because it's lucrative, and it's growing. KSI did 445,000 pay-per-view buys. Now, granted, $10, not really can be put in the same category as anybody because even Lewis was a $30 pay-per-view. But that's not bad. That's not bad.
And you know what, though? I don't even know that we want to put it in the category. I really like...
Well, that people try to.
No, I was going to say I really like how they've separated it. What is it that they're calling it?
Series X or X Series,
and even though KSI, who has had a victorious professional fight previous to, they weren't even acknowledging it. They're saying, this is what they are in this series, and they're giving it that separation. And to me, that's cool because it still allows for that crossover for new fans to come. Because obviously those events are on the Zone, and it allows people to discover new things and see new names and fighters or whatever the case may be. But it also allows for the fight fans, the diehards, to not be upset because, hey, they're clearly saying this is, something for influencers. They even had the influencer something belt, whatever, and that's cool.
And their own influencer commission.
Right, and that's cool. They're doing their thing, but they're making it clear it's
separate
influencer thing, and I'm all for it, man. They clearly have a great turnout, great support. And like I said, now that they've made their distinguishment, I'm cool. I'm all for it.
That being said, the whole crossover sports-tainment influencer boxing is on the rise. And that's why DAZN invested. That's why they are part of this Series X and this whole, influencer boxing. But one of the originators, not to say that KSI is not, because obviously he was the main event with Logan Paul on the original pay-per-view. But the one to be the most successful, both in popularity and finances, is Jake Paul. And he's announced his fight with what Dana White calls a UFC great in Anderson Silva. Now, we spoke about this not too long ago, and I guess you were okay with the fight, right? Because of who Silva is?
Absolutely. At the end of the day, Silva is a veteran. Past his prime, no question. Over the hump,
but past his MMA prime?
Yeah,
Or you think past both?
You can't say for boxing, because he's had successful boxing fights as of late. He made his professional boxing debut 25 years ago, Ness. So he's been around the block. I don't know that you can say he may be past his physical prime, but as far as boxing, we haven't seen him in no prime matchups. We saw him upset Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. in Mexico. I don't know how much that says, given who Chavez Jr. is and his track record. Nonetheless, I'm excited. I know I've been told Silva will be conducting training camp here in Las Vegas. I've been in contact with people close to the camp, and I'm excited for that. I'm being told next week. I think they're doing the press conference sometime this week because they said right after the press conference, and they told me next week. So, hopefully, I'm assuming we will be able to get Anderson and footage and whatnot. Look, man, I'm excited for the fight. I spoke to Devin last night, so you guys keep an eye out. YouTube.com/TheBoxingVoice. Devin Haney exclusive. Shout out to Champ. Gave me some time last night, and we spoke about the fight, and he was actually very intrigued and interested with the fight. So,
because I didn't go in the room, I let you do your thing. Did you touch on everything, or did you not cover things that were spoken off air? And I don't mean what you think I mean, because I'm not that stupid. I'm talking specifically the tweets.
Yeah, no, I mean we definitely spoke to Steven Espinoza tweets, the Doug Fisher Ring Magazine tweets. We spoke the Gervonta Davis tweets. I'm going to be honest with you. I kind of hoped you came in the room because sometimes
I heard you call me when you was about to, before you walked over there. He was like, come on, or Ness, you said something. Then I went over there. I seen him sitting. I seen you sitting. I'm like, did he call me? And I just turned around. So I left. Plus, I ain't want to be there because we've done that before where you're interviewing somebody you pretty much touch on everything. Yeah, I might come over your ear and be like, psh, 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 tell you one thing. So it's do I really want to sit there for 25 minutes in case you miss a question? You pretty, you be on point.
Yeah, no, I mean, I feel that I covered everything. The footage and, the interviews will be up, sometime soon.
That's what I wanted, man. I wanted some footage, but they don't want to let the cat out the bag, man. But I know he's different. So especially, obviously, it's still early. It's still early. I still got to see some of these other people more, but he's different.
Yeah, for sure.
He's different.
I want to give a shout out to Coach Trouble, Team Trouble.
Yes.
Andy Vance is out there in Houston right now.
I seen that.
Sparring with Shakur.
He specifically said Shakur is special.
Special. So shout out to them.
He said, I sparred with a lot of people, but Shakur is special. And obviously I'm paraphrasing. He didn't say people. He actually said a lot of good or great fighters.
But yeah, man.
I got a couple of members chats I don't want to disappear. Looks like C Soldier, member for 10 months at the contender level. Shout out to you. I can't call you champ yet. That's what's up. The Budmeister is coming through, but the big fish is going to give him that work. Bud emoji, Earl emoji. I got Rizzy Reeve. 21 months he's been a member at the contender level. Champ, you better ask for your title shot, man. What the fuck? 21 months, you sound like Dillian White. Ness, can you contact Robert and ask if he's still AJ's trainer? If he is, tell him AJ can use the gym if he comes to Vegas. True. We've been trying to get Robert in here to give him a walkthrough.
Right. Jonathan Kidder, member for 22 months at the prospect level, says, is the 3 o'clock show with Bud, Bo, and Key?
No. I'm not rushing Bud. He just gets here today. We gonna let that play out. Ideally, I envision him showing up here because Keyshawn's working here. If God is allows everything to work the way that it played out in my head. Keyshawn will be working out here. Bud shows up. And then, we go from there. Let him see the facility and fill him out too, And then see when he's available. But don't really want to rush. But feel free to speak about Clarissa Shields, Alicia Bumgarner. I've been watching a lot of their shoulder content. Shout out to those girls that this fight is on Sky because Sky does so much. shoulder content, social media posts and things like that. And they do 24/7s, kind of like those, all access type of things and sit downs, kind of like the Max Kellerman one. So we're getting a lot. And obviously it's going by the wayside. Today's Wednesday.
Yes,
and we haven't talked about it here, and people are not calling in.
But I want to say the presser isn't even till tomorrow, bro. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow's Thursday. I want to say the press conference is tomorrow.
But that's what I'm saying. A big fight, undisputed. The doubleheader is amazing. If these fights were men in this caliber with those straps, with this much significance tied to their fights, like, we'd be talking about that shit since Sunday. It's crazy that none of you dudes have called in to say Bumgarner by KO, which I don't know who to pick in that fight. I'm going to be real. I'm so influenced by the betting line telling me Michaela Mayer is the favorite, but then she's extra confident. She's top dog confident. Like, she's so confident. And then you got to factor in that she lets hands go. She's not afraid to let hands go. Is that going to change because the girl across from her is Bumgarner, who punches allegedly harder? I don't know. But she is confident. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Bumgarner's not. Bumgarner is talking her shit and showing her confidence, but I just never expected that from Michaela to be like that.
Yeah, I was surprised as well because I didn't really expect it either. Mm-hmm. But, man, it just got me more excited for the fight, truth be told. I did go see Alicia Bumgarner in camp. You guys can head over to youtube.com/theboxingvoice. Spoke with her and trainer Tony Harrison. So that's out. You guys can go check that out, both interview and footage. And a lot of it, too. But, yeah, man, just made me more excited for the fight. Like I said, as the fight approaches, I'm going to be honest with you. I think I'm like that with all fights now. Like, I'm not really getting that, you feel me, to, like, a couple days out. Because it's just, like, every week it's a new fight. So, much like a fighter, I can't overlook this weekend's fights. I have to... You feel me? So I take it 1 week at a time, and I feel like for me, it's always like once we start seeing, I guess, the fight week events, your press conference, because, yeah, we see the shoulder content, which has been amazing, but once you see the press conference, we'll see the face-offs. You get what I'm saying? We see the trash talk. Things start to heat up a little bit more.
Well, yesterday there was kind of a face-off. They were side by side. And they had to shake hands. And obviously, Bumgarner is shorter, but it doesn't look like that much. The reach does look like when Michaela reached for that hand to shake it, you could tell she had some length on that shit.
Okay.
Yeah, you could tell she had some length. And again, the confidence. No cough button. They were told not to curse. Obviously, Sky in the UK, they all fucking got their panties in a bunch and shit. They always mad at you for cursing. It's the funniest thing over there, And then, obviously, Bumgarner was cursing, which I did find strange. I don't know if she was doing it to purposely get under Michaela's skin or she really couldn't refrain from cursing. And it was pretty weird if you were asked not to curse. Why is you going all out cursing? Did you see the clip?
Nah.
Oh, let me play that.
Nah, I didn't.
Funny.
People was sending me shit while we was at the gym, but it's like,
And Michaela let her have it. Like, not, and by that I mean verbally. Like, the one thing they said was don't curse, and you still had to curse. You fucked up the whole clip. Well, she ain't say fuck up because she tried not to curse, but she's like, you messed up the whole clip. And I guess it got leaked. I don't know if this is the actual clip and it got clipped because Ring IQ, my Dominican brethren over there, he loves the women. Like, that's all he follows. Yeah, he's Dominican.
Never knew.
Come on, bro. y'all don't hear that shit in his voice? Definitely Dominican. Ask him.
Yo, he got a YouTube channel or something?
Oh, yeah. He's pretty dope, bro.
Nah,
because I like him because he's like he comes at it from a different standpoint. Like, he gives you facts, but he also, like, his entertainment is, I guess, voiceovers. Like, he be changing his voice.
No, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. He is. I take my hat off to him. He's definitely.
He covers all the women. He's you know how Broadway Joel is the Dominican voice. He's the woman's voice.
Absolutely. And bro, I would say he kind of like was one of the people covering boxing that influenced me. I remember watching his shit on Facebook. Like, he used to. That's why I asked you about YouTube. I wasn't being funny. When I used to watch him, he didn't have a YouTube. It was Facebook, bro. He used to go live on Facebook, and I used to always tune in. But yeah, man, play that clip though. I got to see it. Yeah, I mean,
the last time we played a fucking Sky clip, which wasn't too long ago, we got flagged, but whatever. I'll play it for the live show purposes. And if you're hearing this in the future, and then you don't hear this clip, YouTube flagged it and we cut it out. Sorry. That's why you should join us live here every day, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. But let me give you a screen share.
And that is Pacific Standard Time.
Here goes nothing.
Yeah, because Sky is funny about this shit.
Again, you haven't been in a fighter like me. Yeah, you've been hit, but I got power, okay?
Stop cussing. You had one job, one rule.
Shut up.
Don't cuss.
Shut up.
You can't even figure it out.
Shut up. Like I said, years. So,
dude, stop cussing.
We're going to keep.
My God.
Okay.
You're just doing the whole piece. I have to cut it.
Apologies.
You literally. Shut up.
No, you talking to me.
One thing I would say is we want to try and keep it. Yeah, we can't have the swearing.
Years. So,
dude, stop cussing.
my
God. You're just doing the whole piece. I have to cut it.
Again, you haven't been in a fighter like me.
Yo, I love how he always puts the little laughing noise, and he makes it like 70s show. All his sound bites are like old school shows, like television shows. So I rock with him. It's crazy because it's Julius. I was about to say, all this time his name escaped me. That's why I'm like, yeah, my Dominican brother is Julius.
Yo,
my bad.
I'm not gonna lie, this shit's funny as fuck to me. And I don't know if it made it funnier because he added his
sound bites and entertainment
pizzazz to it. But yeah, this shit.
Dude, the comments. Oh my God. I'm gonna just tell you one that I seen yesterday, 10 hours ago. Wow, she had a Karen moment. That's what they said.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. It was just, that was
and I don't even think she did. Honestly.
I was gonna say
but the it's so funny that she says cuss. I always laugh when people say cuss versus curse, and I don't know which one is the right one. I'm pretty sure it's curse because the R is in there, but they always cussing, and it's like, it's weird.
It was just funny, like. Her reaction was honestly what just got me. It's like, you ruined the whole clip, and I'm just like, oh my God, did she really though?
Well, because I think obviously they were told that there was no cursing. I don't know. Again, Julius is very connected with these women. So was this released or was this leaked? And he got his hands on it. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. Like, according to Michaela Mayer, the piece was ruined. But the major topic of today's show was Jake Paul and Anderson Silva. We do have a live poll courtesy of our producer, Bo Mason, and that's Bo _Mason _TBV. And we got who you picking and how. Jake Paul versus Anderson Silva. Jake Paul by KO. Anderson Silva by KO. Jake Paul by UD. Anderson Silva by UD. Jake Paul by KO is at 27%, even though he has won, all of his fights, or is it only one not by knockout?
One not by knockout.
Yeah,
They won.
But they got, oh, wow. So Jake's an underdog. Let me get the line out. What the hell? Y'all
Jake's an underdog?
Y'all really think my boy, well, on our poll,
Oh.
On our poll, they think fucking Silva's knocking him out, so I got to go check the money line because let's be real. Ness is betting on Jake, the problem child. Who you betting on?
Yeah, I got to go with Jake, man.
Word.
You know,
I thought you was about to hit me with some undercover MMA love and be like, yeah, I got to go with the grit.
According to the bookies, Jake is the underdog as well.
Oh, Nelly trying to put the money on it right now for that shit change and all his little teeny boppers fuck up the line.
The what?
I don't know.
His teeny boppers.
Teeny boppers, okay. That's
Jake
different.
Paul right now. Oh, shit, they both a favorite. Jake more of a favorite. What you talking about?
FanDuel, DraftKings, Bet365, and Betway all have him as an underdog. Plus 120, 105, 100,
I got him.
and 130.
My bookie got him as minus 102. And you see, me and my bookie knew who to pick, and that's Jake.
No.
The mother bookies don't know.
Nah, you supposed to go with the best odds as a professional.
No, I
gambler.
know. Obviously, you got to
You're
go
a professional now. You know that, right?
No, I get you. I got to go to another site and get those odds that they're offering over there because that means more return for me as a Jake Paul fan and as a Jake Paul bettor. But I am also using my bookie as an indicator that my selection of Jake is right, even though other sites have him as a underdog. My bookie, who we ride with, got him as a serious favorite over Anderson Silva by at least 38 points. Silva's a minus 140. Jake is 102. Minus 102. So that's not bad.
So
Let me tell you.
So Jake is the underdog.
According to 5 out of 6
Jake is the
casinos.
favorite because he's more of a isn't it the least, the more of a favorite you are?
No,
Silva's minus 140. So
yeah, so you gotta. He's a bigger favorite. You gotta put more on.
You're
Silva.
right. You put $102, you make 100 from Jake.
Yeah.
You're right. That's crazy. Which means that my bookie's giving you better odds than Bo. What you said over there, Bo?
No, they giving him plus money.
Yeah, all the other casinos got plus money on Jake.
Wow. Let me see what Bovada got. And I got my link for Bovada. Let me put that there. No thanks to Danny. He didn't do it. I did it for y'all.
Remember that you pulled it up and you had
liar, pants on fire.
You realized you
whatever
never sent
I
it to
pull
me.
up,
remember you realized
has nothing to do with what you can pull up.
You never sent it to me. You
liar,
right.
liar, pants on fire. Liar, pants on fire.
You all right, Danny?
Yeah.
All right, just making sure, my boy.
Liar, pants on fire. Silva is the favorite. That's what they saying on Struggle Boxing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you've put at least one of your previous co-hosts like in therapy.
Bro, don't act like you weak. You not
no,
weak.
I'm not.
You not.
I'm not.
So
but
leave it there.
I'm just like, I was just looking at these titles thinking like, damn, like all these co-hosts have had to deal with like the
But the beauty is that your perseverance, your dedication, and your thick skin got you to the top, B. Those that can't last the journey don't make it to the top.
I hear you, champ. I hear you.
That's simple, man. It's never gonna be easy, bro. And that's what I told you yesterday. We was just talking women, though. Relationships is never gonna be easy, and this is a relationship of a sort. And we got to deal with each other probably more than like right now. We probably rocking out with each other at almost as evenly as we would with partners, because the time that I spend at my home, 8 hours of that is sleep. You know what I'm saying? I'm spending 15 hours with Danny a day on average. So we gonna have some bickering. It's gonna be some bickering. It's gonna be some, back and forth, but you gotta know it's all never personal, straight business. All I wanna do is be the best. All I want is the best guest. All I want is the best for us. And, maybe sometimes that message or the way I go about it don't get delivered properly. But at the end of the day, if you remember that the ultimate goal is to be number one, then all that other shit don't get in the way.
Yeah, shout out to Canada Champ. Appreciate you always rocking out.
What'd he say?
He funny as hell. He said thick skin. Was that a fat joke? Then he said, is there a fly in the studio? Because I was like, I was looking around. Shout out to Kenna. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Everybody tuned in live right now, rocking out with us. Make sure to call in, voice your opinion. Jake Paul versus Anderson Silva, October 29th, Phoenix, Arizona. Y'all know the number to call in, 425-569-5241. Press 1. One time.
I ain't gonna front. It feel good looking in my kitty's bow and they both almost
on swole.
Yeah. Pockets fat digitally. Yo.
He said digitally.
Let's go. Oh shit, they got yo fucking Bovada is hot. Let me tell you. I ain't even gonna front. I'm so happy I finally started using them. Look at that. They got Jocasta Valle on there. That's that Golden Boy fight. That's a female.
Oh, wow.
That's on the line, bro.
Oh, the one, is it that title fight in Costa Rica?
Yeah. They got that on the line, bro.
I'm nice. They just added Hannah Gabriels to that.
Look at that.
Or not Hannah Gabriels.
Look at that. On Bovada, our link is in the chat.
Raquel Miller.
They got Brandon Glayton. If you don't remember Brandon Glayton, he's the dude that got the cruiserweight win over F.A. Atoba Apuchi, who's trained by Ronnie Shields and signed to Al Heyman. Brandon Glayton got a win over him. Then he got another win on Pro Box. Now he became the main event on this Pro Box card. So shout out to Glayton. I wonder what's up, though, because he was working with Mikey Garcia Promotions. Now he's got 2 back-to-back fights on Pro Box TV.
Okay. So you see
Look at
what's
that.
up with that.
They even got Jelson Boca Chica. Yo, damn, Bovada ain't playing. Who the fuck is Joshua Frazier? Is that the dude from the UK?
Joshua Frazier, not ringing a bell, champ.
Bro, the dude,
ain't that the heavyweight from the UK that spars AJ? They got a heavyweight called Frazier out there.
Yeah, I don't know.
The dude Brandon Glayton fight is another redhead Canelo lookalike.
Word.
From Sinaloa. Mario Aguilar. He looked literally just like
Switch to you?
Canelo as well.
His what do you call it? Opponent, though, that you're talking about, is he coming off a win? Is he coming off a loss?
Yeah, he beat Humberto Soto.
Okay. When? Just recent? Because, that was like, I think that was like Jesse Vargas' retirement fight, right? Jesse definitely got a win over
but that's
Humberto.
what I'm trying to see what weight it was at. Because if you're going to fight Brandon Glayton.
Word, right?
No, this is another Humberto Soto who was 10-1.
Okay.
So this is a guy with just
Bro, they got so many fights on Bovada. I never heard of none of these dudes. Okay, they got Christian. Damn, but he's so... Christian Billy is fucking minus 2,000. He's fighting DeAndre Ware, though. That's a decent fight. Let me see how long DeAndre Ware been out the ring. DeAndre Ware is upset. He upset somebody just recently. Wait till I pull up this record and show y'all. Yeah. Y'all gonna be like, oh, yeah. So you got to watch out for these upset fighters like this.
Yeah, DeAndre Ware from Ohio, a firefighter. Real tough dude.
He's been on okay, he got a 2-fight win streak. Where's his upset win? There you go, Ronald Ellis. The brother of Rashidi Ellis. And he's on a 2-fight win streak. He just beat Christopher Booker. I know Booker. I know. Don't be fooled by that 10 losses on Booker's record. Booker's tough. Than a motherfucker. That's the dude with the braids. Check it out.
Yeah.
Bam. Told you. Tougher than nails, let me tell you. It's funny. When I first started, I ain't really respect journeyman. I ain't understand that. I ain't understand what a journeyman, what the purpose was,
Look like we got our first guest.
Who that?
Frank.
The Tank?
Stay.
Oh, shit. Story time with Frank. Stay from Top Rank. This is gonna be good. We had him on in our last studio, so we gonna get the trifecta with Frank going and get him in all 3 studios. We're gonna be right back. A little quick intermission while we get him situated. Get him some coffee, donuts, and all that great shit. All right? What up, Frank?
Yo, he was like, this place never ends.
Oh, yeah, you walking around?
Nah, just walking through. You got a hallway, bro.
Bro, this shit got an elevator.
It went like 20,000 feet down.
They're showing off over there.
Damn. I almost thought you was Danny though walking in the hallway. Y'all got the same look. I see what Danny working on.
We spent the whole day yesterday, bro. We start to morph into one another.
Dang, bro, the comments gonna have fun.
What up, what up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're joined here by Top Ranks Frank Steyer. So you said yesterday, I actually heard you said fighter relations, but then you got obviously a new role. So do you still go by fighter relations or? All right, so what's your new role?
I don't know.
The man.
The janitor.
The man.
Fucking janitor.
The man. So I'm going to get right into it. I'm not going to do none of that soft shit and fluff them up.
I fucked up a potential.
Nah.
Okay.
No, fuck nah. I'm telling you, he thinks that's so much bigger than what it's not a big deal to me. I swear to God. No, I swear. I don't really, it doesn't matter. But I do want to know the Teofimo story.
What? Where there's a lot of Teofimo stories.
I want the beginning one. That's the one that, you took. You said you had a hand in that. Is the way I'll try and phrase it so that it doesn't come off wrong for anyone that may hear it and,
Well, that's for his entire pro career. I've always kind of defended him, and I still will. I still defend him. He's a great kid. He's a great fighter, and I have part in the recruitment of Teofimo Lopez. So it was.
So when you say recruitment, were you out in the gyms and scouting him? Did you see him sparring and then you gave that information? What's recruitment?
So right before 2016 Olympics, I'm thinking I'm going to get a jump on everybody. So I started asking a lot of guys that were in the amateur system. One being Gabe Flores Sr., and a friend of mine up in Northern Cali as well, this guy Eddie Gonzalez. And I was asking him yo, who's good? And this story's going to be kind of long, so I'll try to make this long story short. So he was telling me, there's this guy from Ohio, Charles Comwell. You got to look at him. He's going to the Olympics. He's going to medal. He's going to this, that. So I was like, all right, let me try something new. Let me look at these Olympians and shit. So I start reaching out. I had no experience with dealing with Olympians. All I know is Top Rank. Olympians, when I first started, we just start, it was not too long after the 2012 class came in, about a year or so after. And looking at him, I was like, oh, okay, cool. He's on the line, Charles Comwell. We'll see how he does in the Olympics. Then Carlos Balderas came about, and he's, a California, Central California, Santa Maria, I guess, Southern Central California. So we went hard on recruiting him. A lightweight. He had already made the Olympic team And, I mean, I put a lot of effort in going after Carlos. Went and visited him a few times. I took Bruce Trampler with me. Todd the Buff and I actually went up there and had like a big meeting together. We drove up there from Los Angeles. And, you know, it was, for me, because I put a lot of effort into getting Carlos Balderas, it was devastating that we didn't get him. For me, I took a loss. I took an L. He ended up signing with Schaefer. At that time, that was his fault, obviously. You know, and I love Carlos. Great fighter, great kid. But in between that, I had a couple people in my ear. One being David Price from Philly.
Okay.
He had told me
from Philly.
From Philly.
You talking about
Dylan Price's dad?
Okay, I thought it was from Jersey.
Jesse. He used to be Jersey.
Okay.
He used to be Jesse Hart's
No,
manager.
I know exactly who talked. That I just questioned because I'm like, wait, I thought they was from Jersey. You talking about from D Boys? Yeah, I know. They were just in here.
Him and Gabe Flores Sr. and one of the first couple fighters I had a hand in bringing in was Andy Vences.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I pushed for him to get him signed. I was hoping like Top Rank would go to San Jose. And I mean, I know I'm kind of backtracking here, but it's all relative because that's how I met Gabe Flores Sr. So he's in my ear. He actually put me in contact with Balderas, but he said, yeah, there's this other kid from Florida who's really good. He won the Nationals.
Brooklyn?
But this is what I heard.
Mm-hmm.
You know, at the time he was living in Florida, fighting out of Florida, and it was Teofimo Lopez. So I completely dismissed it. I'm thinking USA, you know, Team USA. That's it. So David Price said the same thing. There's this other kid, my boy Eddie from Northern Cali. He said the same thing. There's this other guy. I said, nah. I said, Carlos Balderas has the look. He's going to be a superstar. He could be the next Oscar De La Hoya. Let's see how he does.
Wow, that's how high you were.
That's how I was thinking. That's how the company was thinking. You know, when you see that, and we have an early jump on it. So we quartered them. They went to the Olympics. He did okay in the Olympics. I think it was a second round exit, but he fought well. Charles Conwell didn't. Charles Conwell got beat pretty soundly in the first round, and I remember that was the guy. I was like, yo, this is the guy. He's gonna be something else. Conwell. Originally he was my main guy, and then he tanked out in the Olympics. Completely dropped interest.
Damn, just because of that?
Yeah.
Wow.
So we didn't have at the time. We didn't have like ESPN. I think HBO was just dwindling out. So we just had Unimas, and it wasn't like we can really go hard on. You know, we signed every member of Team USA for 2020, but at that time, you know, we didn't touch that. So. Going back to the Balderas thing, I had a feeling it wasn't good. Todd and I went to their gym, their home, had a meeting with them, completely fell out. So as I'm driving home, we had a 3.5-hour drive from Santa Maria to Burbank. And I'm talking and I'm telling Todd, I said, hey, you know, there's this other kid, Teofimo Lopez. He's like, he never fought Carlos Balderas. He's the rival. I expressed interest. He had the same managers, Charles Conwell, David McWater, Antonio Vargas, another guy we were potentially looking at. And I think, you know, bringing that up because we were kind of defeated with losing out on Carlos Balderas at that moment, it was like, Todd was like, well, why aren't we getting them? I said, you know, I went up the right channel and, you know, for right reasons. It's a guy fighting out, from the Honduras Olympic team. Nobody really knew. They were like, no. So he called up the legal counsel at the time and said, no, we're signing this guy.
Wow, without checking him out, just off your word.
Just mainly because I said he was Carlos Balderas'.
So did Teofimo know all this? Did he know you were pulling all these strings?
Yeah, but I don't go say like, yo, Teofimo. I had a part. It's not my money. Doesn't matter whatever I do. It's at the end of the day, it's Top Rank. Top Rank pays me to do a job. I'm not looking for applause or nothing like that or credit. It's nice to get a pat on the back once in a while for encouragement and stuff. But for that, you know, like I said, I had a hand. I didn't pay him his signing bonus. I didn't pay him his purses or anything like that. But his first day, I picked him up from the airport, and you know that was an interesting story. With that, and you know, immediately from the beginning, I took him to the gym, and his dad, he's a quiet kid, just real athletic. But the dad was, Junior Lopez was, yo, man, we're gonna take over. We're gonna get Lomachenko. We're gonna, in the beginning, doesn't even have his pro debut, and I'm like, all right, we'll see. But watching him in the gym, I'm like, oh, this kid's special, real special, and slowly but surely started to believe in. I always believed in him, and in the beginning,
who was the first person you got to watch him spar?
Or the first one that made an impression?
Good follow up.
Damn, I know this dude so friggin' well, and I can't fucking remember his name, but he's retired.
What division?
Around his division. Shit, man, they put me on the spot, but whoever he sparred, and he just looked fucking spectacular, and he, I knew I was in the trenches with them. I took them to California. I treated them like stars before they even were, and they were fighting. They weren't even fighting on our network. They were fighting on Tutico's network at the time. I think it was Telemundo, and we were just putting him on shows in Florida, and he was fighting up there. So, yeah, that's the
How'd he do in Florida in terms of tickets? Was that a market for him or no?
Yeah, I mean, somewhat. It wasn't not necessarily there because we were doing more Orlando, Kissimmee, Florida, and they're from the Miami area. So it was like Davey. We never really went south of Florida, so he didn't. But he always had people come up. No matter where he was, he had people fly out, whether he fought in Vegas, California, or wherever it was he fought. So he always had a following.
Before we transition to anyone else, or Danny jumps in with a question, what's your thoughts on his $50,000 worth of tickets that he bought?
Who?
Tio. Oh, you didn't see that?
I had no idea. I wasn't aware.
You seen that, right? The interview he did with Fight Hub where he was walking around. He had like a stack of tickets, and he said he bought $50,000 worth of tickets to his fight to give them out. He said that it was like a business investment, and, he had tickets he had like envelopes with names of the people. He's like, yeah, look, I got this ticket for so-and-so. And I ain't.
No, that's true. He basically, I don't want to say he's necessarily breaking the fourth wall, but every fighter does that. So every fighter has, I don't know how other promotions run ticketing, but I know we give our fighters from main event down the option to buy P1, P2, P3, whatever tickets, and we deduct it from the purse, and they can buy as many as they want.
Nice.
Usually we'll get them in their corner, around their corner, so they'll have a cheering section and stuff. But no, that's not nothing new. I didn't know. Everybody does that. Al Heyman pads his shit too, so don't let nobody fool you.
I just never heard a fighter.
I'm not hating.
I just never heard a fighter claim, the purchasing and giving away of tickets.
I remember for the Mayweather Pacquiao, because obviously I'm sure there's been proven that there's comps given out, free tickets given out. So I remember for that one, they made like a big thing, like no comps. Everybody has to pay for tickets. But yeah, I'm sure main event fighters aren't getting 200 free tickets from Top Rank.
No, you get maybe 8. They get maybe 8, and then it just depending on what's on our promotional contract.
So Shakur Stevenson's only getting 8 tickets.
It's possible.
Okay.
He might, unless he negotiates 16 or whatever's on his promotional contract, that's what he gets. And they have the, it's between his management, his legal team, and the promoter to negotiate something more on a big fight. But it's usually standard. It's like guys, if they're smart enough to put it in there, they'll get at least 4 comp tickets. And not every fighter has it, because I even say to some fighters, you got that? And they go, no. And I said, well, there you go. There's your management hard at work. You should at least have 4 tickets or something like that. And then it's a little too fucking late. You're already signed on the dotted line.
So, Frank, yesterday we were talking about the fact that you took over the gym, and it's been about a year and a couple months now.
Yeah.
And just, speaking of how the turnaround, obviously Danny has seen the difference in what it was and what it is, and he's went as far as to say that he's never even been in until you took over. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, if you just want to talk about taking over the gym and, your vision going in there, and have you accomplished that? Is there still more you want to do with the gym? What are you anything planned?
Yeah, I before it was old. I mean, everything in there was about 30 years old. So the carpet, everything was old, and it wasn't from high up execs in the company. It wasn't really something they wanted to put any effort into it. But then they were seeing that we were having some of our major fighters conducting training camps in there, and a couple of them complained. Tyson Fury, for the third Wilder fight, the original date, it got pushed back because he got COVID, and part of the blame was the gym was too dirty. It was too old. It was just stains on the carpet. It was maybe mold. We did have mold in the gym, and we got rid of it. It wasn't nothing. It was like in some of the offices and stuff like that, but it definitely needed a little refreshment. And I mean, that's what we did. We did it, and sooner than later, hopefully we can put more into it. It's an old building. They bought it in '87.
Wow.
So it was purchased for a training ground for the 1988 Olympic team. Bob had a partner. I don't know like the full story on this, so I'm just paraphrasing on it. And then Bob just bought it flat out and has basically owned it since '88.
Now
that's crazy.
From my understanding, weren't you brought in basically to take over the gym? I don't want to say on request of Tyson Fury, but specifically for Tyson?
No. So the thing is Jorge Capetillo was running the gym, and I thought he did a great job, but he also had his own gym. He was juggling, and
so he was doing two gyms.
Yeah, he was doing his gym and that, but there was nobody in the Top Rank gym besides Tyson Fury. So it was the gym needed attention.
Wait, so before Fury asked to use it, the gym had just been shut down?
Unless, there was a guy here and there coming in. But usually everybody had keys. I was in there even when I didn't take over the gym. I was camp coordinating for Fury. So I was already doing all that stuff. So, the whole Jared Anderson story, I basically got pressed by his management to get him in there. I think I said this on this show. Mm-hmm. So, it's like those little things like that. That's what we did. So, but then they saw some of the things I had requested. I said, hey, we need new equipment. This guy wants this guy wants that. And then it was just, I guess, best for business that I take over the gym. And
was it hard to get those requests met?
It
was?
Because you know what it is? You hire, I in the beginning I had a budget, and Top Rank's not stupid. They're not going to just say, hey, just go get this fixed, we'll pay whatever. They want people coming out, multiple people, multiple companies, contractors coming out doing estimates. That shit takes time. I had 3 weeks to turn around the gym before Fury came back for camp. And I had to go by the speed of the contractor, who at the time had the best work for the best price. And that, again, we were working on a budget there.
And during COVID.
Shit. And what we did is we pulled up, kind of towards the end of COVID. But I'm pulling up carpet with the contractors and his workers. I'm helping laying down everything because I'm like, fuck, we got to get this shit done.
Mm-hmm.
And the contractor's like, I don't know if we're going to be able to. I said, we're going to get it done. Whatever the fuck it is, we're going to get it done. I'll stay late. I'll lay down whatever you don't want to finish or whatever. And then, just to kind of motivate them, like to sit there. And I'm in there putting rubber flooring in. Like I said, I'm pulling up carpet. I'm throwing shit in. We had the dumpster. I'm throwing all the trash out that we were paying a crew to do. So I was just trying to get it done. So yeah, that shit was hard in 3 weeks. I do pat myself on the back that we got that shit done.
How close did you cut it, or did you guys finish like?
No, we were far from finished, but it was a Band-Aid. It had the Band-Aid over. We covered up the wound. I covered up the wound the best way possible, and that was it. So little by little, add more shit.
That's what I was gonna ask. Like, what is the piece of equipment that you would love to add?
I don't want too much. That's like so the goal is. Certain days it's really fucking packed in there, and I don't, it looks good, but I'm not competing with any gyms. Other gyms are depending on memberships for their shit to survive.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We're a promotion, so if Jimbo's Boxing is out doing Top Rank gym as far as people showing up and members or whatever. That's good for them, but the bigger picture for us is we put on the biggest events in boxing, most consistent. So I mean, that's the whole. Yesterday, Bill Haney had said it. The machine. He kind of explained to you and to us yesterday, like what the machine at Top Rank is. And like I said, the gym is just a small part of the machine that operates. And that's just what it is. I would like less people in there than there is, but it's me sometimes. I like a lot of people. I got good relationships with a lot of people. And I like to see these guys get better. And the guys that aren't necessarily with Top Rank but help us and help themselves, they're getting better. A lot of those guys that are extra fighters,
Phillips,
they're getting better. They're getting opportunities being in that gym. And, it's like our 2 Chileans. They got good fights coming up. The one Chilean, Gonzalo, just won. Oscar Bravo, he's got a good paying fight for himself. These are 2 guys that struggled. I'm not saying they came up in our gym, but they got better in our gym as opposed to other gyms. But if I can cut back, it's less work for me. It's less trash and shit being left behind. That aggravates me. It does. It's fucking.
Does it make you feel good though that you do have top fighters within the stable that are now relocating, at least for training camp, to Las Vegas because of what you've been able to bring to the Top Rank gym?
Yeah, no, that's fine. I mean, if I could just sit in there all day by myself and just have my friends come in and hang out, and then we can, do whatever. I mean, that would be great too. But no, but for like I said, the whole operation to go at its fullest capacity, we, of course, I want to see those guys come in there, and I want to do my job as far as helping the fighters, whether it is, whatever it is they need, whether it's sparring or equipment or any shit like that, whatever you need to get training camp.
Do you think you could justify the cost of like a cryo chamber?
No.
They'll never do it?
We could do it. You get people that come in there, oh, we love everything in here. Oh, yeah, this stuff right here has to go. Everybody has an opinion. And I tell that individual, well, you do that for your gym. You know what I'm saying? All that type of shit. Yeah, we could put a cryo in the back room, but you need a licensed person to operate it, for a cryo. We ain't doing all that shit.
Yo, shout out to Canna in the chat who said, this was like 3 minutes ago, by the way. He said, countdown to Nez bringing up the UFC gym and adding cryo to Top Rank gym and how it would make it a staple in Las Vegas.
Well, see, that the thing is UFC, we pay our fighters a lot better than UFC. So the money that we would put in the cryo, we give to our fighters.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. That's a good answer, but it's still no excuse for the UFC to be beating us in a state-of-the-art facility for their athletes. Like, the fact that boxers have to go there and feel now that that is a better location for their training camp, sad. We were interviewing Keyshawn at the Win, and it just was breaking my heart because he's like, no, I had to leave Nebraska to come do the last 2 weeks here because of the UFC gym and the recovery and the masseuse. And it's like, how did we let them get it right before us?
Because he just told you, bro. Their heavyweight champ just got.
Bro, that's not the only answer.
Does the Matchroom gym have a cryotherapy? Oh,
well,
there's no Matchroom gym.
No.
Does
but
the
that's
PBC
what I'm saying.
Al Heyman gym have a cryotherapy? There's no PBC. Yeah. Does the Mayweather gym
You're
have
getting
it?
defensive.
This is boxing, not UFC. So it's like that's...
He clarifying.
You're getting
I like what he said because it's making it make sense. He's making the math.
We don't have the facility. Like, see, if we had this facility...
Exactly.
If we had this...
I've been preaching that.
As soon as I walked up and I saw a never-ending hall going that way, and I was like, yeah, you can do that. I'm only 8,000 square feet, and it's old. Like, we have to... gut that shit, tear it down.
I wonder how much Bob paid for that in '87.
It's probably under $1 million, but where the location is, right by the strip, you could do anything with that shit. But going back to it, I'm not being defensive, but I'm just saying I want to end this. I want to end this.
No, because you went down the wrong path. See, because I'm not saying Top Rank has to. I'm saying
He's even more delusional and thinks that all promotion companies can come together and form one ultimate.
Yeah, I would
gym.
love to do that. That'd be fucking great. But the thing is like, why do these UFC fighters come to Top Rank Gym for boxing, right? And our guys go there because it works out. But our guys don't stay there for world class sparring and the old time gym feel. You know, a historic. I'm just saying,
we losing money. UFC's making money off these fighters.
Right. So here would be the deal. If we had a cryo room in the gym
and a masseuse,
right? And this is what the UFC does.
A nutritionist.
Don't get it twisted.
A smoothie station.
Every time a UFC fighter uses it, that money gets deducted from their next purse. Don't get it twisted. It's just, hey, I'm just going to go walk in, get a massage, go have breakfast. They got to pay for the fucking food in there. They got to pay for the cryo. They got to pay for whatever. Get the rub down and the happy ending. They got to pay for that shit.
Damn! You really letting them beat us. They giving happy endings in the
so
fucking
so
hell.
Much like
that's why they gas out quicker.
Much like the boxing voice, you come here, you get a beverage, and I appreciate the beverage. It's the same thing at the Top Rank Gym. You get a free beverage, multiple free beverage, and then you get somebody to pick up your empty fucking beverage bottle, like a waiter. And nobody leave no tips, by the way. So anybody using the gym, leaving your bottles around, leave a fucking tip.
I be trying to help you, Frank, bro.
I know
You don't even let me help you, but I be literally trying to help you.
You know what though? You're a distinguished guest as well as you
okay.
gentlemen are, and I that's mainly why we have coffee and water there.
Do you think Bob is interested in purchasing a building with a never-ending hallway? Because if he is, I might know one he could purchase. Tell him to call me.
It's possible.
Bob ain't spending the money on this building because Bob been here too long. I'm sure he knew about this building.
Bro, this looks like I'm telling you, this place looks like the Facebook headquarters.
Yeah,
walking in it.
No, it's beautiful, man.
Kudos, bro. I mean, I'm happy to be here for that. But no, as far as the gym, that is what it is. And I apologize for getting defensive.
No, you didn't get defensive. You didn't. That
was good.
Nesta just,
I just feel like promoters still do business with each other. Whether it takes long or not, they eventually do business. And for long term, maybe it doesn't make sense because why would Top Rank invest in anything with other rival promoters? I just feel that a centralized location for boxers to prepare could make sense for some sort of investor.
That's what you can be. That's
No,
why
I don't have the money. I wish.
No, here this facility with that gym. I didn't get a chance to see the full.
No. But we would still need an investor to finish. Like we still need the masseuse. We still need the cryo. We still need the smoothie station.
But do you really? I mean, unless you're charging. Now, if you're doing this, hey, we want it free. We're gonna free for everybody. This is charitable. We're gonna give all these fighters free stuff.
Why are we doing that?
No, but that's what I'm saying. You have it. We don't. What boxing gym anywhere has ever? We can't soften these guys up any more than they're already being softened up. A lot of guys are soft. And
you ain't lying.
And if we give them jacuzzis and all kinds of shit in their boxing gym, my goodness, go back to the Philly gyms. Go back to the New York gyms. Go back to all them gyms and them guys, them real teachers.
Yeah,
go back to
but Muhammad Ali.
Imagine them having cryotherapy and a masseuse.
Yeah, imagine. He'd probably.
Bro, they got some old guy who just
probably
sits
had
there
better
and rubs
fights.
his shoulders. Right, but that takes away from it, man. Our fighters should be grizzled. And they come from nothing, and they're not used to that. So let them continue to be.
Hell no. That's like saying we don't need to evolve. Why? Like why have your body sore when you could get a massage? Just because it's grittier. Because there's no masseuse in Philly gym? Fuck no. Danny moved from Philadelphia to Miami. Like, what are we talking about? Like, the struggle is to get out of it. You don't remain in the struggle. No, the struggle helps you get out. Now you're out. You're supposed to train hard, not to go back.
No, but I get what
Frank.
I get what Frank is saying, bro. Because like we're in the gyms all the time. You got guys that's 2-0, and they not putting the work in. Why? I really don't know.
I got Fiji water at the gym, right? And I see these guys, could I get one? I say, you're not a Fiji water fighter. And that right there, Danny, thank you for backing me
Yo,
up with
you're
that
not
statement.
a Fiji water fighter. Holy shit.
Right? Am I right? Are you going to give a 2-0? No, they're there for Devin. They're there
That's
for
true,
world
yo.
champions.
Fiji is like $5.
So
man.
you're not, and I say that. I say, you know, please don't. It's kind of disrespectful. I won't say no disrespect, but I said, don't be too disrespected. Don't be offended too much by what I'm telling you. But you're not a Fiji water fighter.
Wow.
You got the Walmart brand water in the other room. Help yourself. And a matter of fact, when it runs out, some of these guys, hey, Frank, you're out of water. I said, no, I'm not out of water.
You're out of water.
You're out of water. I said, bring a fucking case in.
I got Fiji.
I got Fiji.
Right.
That's hilarious.
I got RX.
Word.
Shout out
Shout out RX. You feel me? We good over here. Nah, but I definitely get it.
Frank. Super chat bringing up Al Heyman twice. Unwarranted. You got hate in your blood.
No, you know what? I actually
He
respect
finished that
Al
with a
Heyman.
laughing emoji.
Yeah, he did finish it with a laughing.
Yeah, but we all know what that means. Anybody who puts laughing out loud at the end of a sentence isn't really laughing. They meant that shit seriously, and they put laughing out loud to have it be, have his
we do
sale.
business with PBC, and guess what? When we do have like when it's Fury Wilder, when it was Crawford Porter, man, it's just that. And I don't know if it's for anybody else, but for us, it's us versus them. We're on the same show. We all want to win, and it's crazy to get into that mentality. You know, that's why I was explaining to Devin. Devin will tell you he used to fucking hate me because I was with Teofimo and he wasn't with Top Rank. Mm-hmm. And I had to explain to him. I even explained to them. I said, I'm never gonna put you above my guy. I said, listen, you don't. What's his name? LeBron plays for the Lakers now. He don't go giving inside tips to the Cavaliers because he played for him. He's playing for his team. And then I say Devin now, and he goes, no, you ride for me now. And I mean that's how it is. It's a team thing, and I get that feeling of excitement. And if if I was in a camp with the main event fighter against the other promoter's fighter, man, it's just. I don't know if you've ever played team sports before.
Sure,
or you competed. It brings me back to those days. You just want to win so bad, and much respect to Al Heyman. He's a legend in this game. But we've had a really good track record against him and his fighters over the past few years.
What is the Devin Haney story? Like, why didn't you guys sign him? Why wasn't he sought after? Before Matchroom and Showtime.
That's I'm sure that's a...
Did they have to see the development?
I'm sure that's a 3-sided story.
Give me one side.
But
your side, my side, and the truth.
Right. So yeah, I'm sure, Top Rank has their reason.
So you've heard nothing.
No, I mean I heard, but it's
all right.
It just
did they think he wasn't ready? Did they think he was too young? Did they think the father was thought he knew too much? Because obviously Bill had a lot of ambition, so maybe they looked at that as another Teofimo Senior back then. I don't know. I want to know.
No, I just think it really wasn't the right time. It wasn't the right time, and obviously was it earlier this year or late last year when they made the deal? That was the right time for everybody. The reason I
asked is because in 2019 October, obviously I seen him already at the
WBC
convention, and he called him a good little fighter. So it was like maybe you guys didn't believe in him that back then, or maybe you felt he needed to prove. Maybe a matchmaker felt he needed to prove something.
We're never gonna publicly praise another fighter when we have a rival or a potential rival under our thing. Now, did I privately off record? I would tell everybody Devin is one of the best workers, one of the most tremendous athletes, and I think today he is the most athletic boxer in the sport right now. I don't think anybody outworks him or has his athleticism, and interpret that how you want, but that goes a long way. The work. And I've always thought he had that. But now being with him every day, seeing, just and talking to him during it and just kind of getting in, there's, he's unparalleled to I think anybody else right now. So, I'm not going to say again, last time I was on here, I said Shakur Stevenson is the most skilled fighter in the sport, and I still stand by that statement. I'm not saying Devin is less skilled, but somebody has to get that title. Somebody has to get the title pound for pound number one. But, you know.
Who works harder? Is that even fair to ask?
It's not because it's not fair because I can tell you, like, say, like last time I was with Shakur and then Devin came in, and they both work incredibly hard for, you know, in their own ways, in their own. They don't do the same. Obviously, they don't do the same workout. One might put in a little bit more time than the other, but it's at the end of the day their performance on fight night. And when I was with both of them, they both performed on fight night. They both basically won similar, you know,
10-2, you know, dominant fights.
You know what I'm saying? So it's very similar with that. And I sent Andy Vences over to his camp. So I'm glad I had a little piece of Shakur's preparation. And, you know, I text him every once in a while, like, dude, I miss you. I wish you were here. I'll fuck you up in ping pong now. I got a little bit better than last time. And he's so focused. Very rarely do I get a big response or anything like that, because he's in the trenches right now. But as far as seeing Devin, and that's the only one I can speak on, from what I see currently, there's nobody touching him.
Compare Devin training then to Crawford, who used to be there, or was the gym and you not a thing?
So no. I was gonna ask Fury, because I wanted to ask about the Fury comparison, because obviously you were there for those Fury camps and have spoken very highly. You know, I was fortunate to watch a lot of the Jared Anderson sparring. So I'll talk about that, because you spoke very highly about Fury and his work ethic.
Look, I don't think there's a heavyweight who has, and probably almost any weight, but Devin Haney is not 6'9". He's not close to 300 pounds, and you know, I got to give Fury his own category as far as hard work because of the difference.
Size.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you look at.
So then compare him and Jared then, since they are heavyweights and you've been able to watch them work.
Well, Jared's not. Jared is about to emerge as a superstar in boxing, and you know, and this is like this. You know, if you guys or anybody want to listen and want to argue who has the best fighters, we got the two best heavyweights in the world. We got Tyson Fury and Jared Anderson. Jared is capable of beating any heavyweight in boxing. Tyson Fury is a superstar. He's the heavyweight champion. All due respect to Usyk's got more belts, got more trophies at the moment, but Tyson Fury is the lineal. He's a superstar. He's, you know, he just does a lot more for the sport, and I think he would trounce Usyk regardless. But, you know, like I said, we got Jared Anderson, best young fighter. You can't even call him a prospect right now. That dude's super dangerous. And then, again, I'm backing up capable of beating any heavyweight. Capable. You know, that's up to him. But as far as his work for a young heavyweight, he works super hard. Could he work harder? Absolutely. Anybody could work harder. Anybody could put extra. But that's for him and his coaching, his team, to put him into that position for whatever type of fight he's got coming up.
So when they letting the leash off him then? Because you said you can't call him a prospect. He needs a contender.
He's 22, and like I said, if he fought for the heavyweight title next week, there's a good chance that dude's gonna beat whoever that.
What would you say the difference is between him and the prime Mike? Right? Because like they let Mike go for a title shot at 21. He was the youngest heavyweight.
Right.
And everyone's talking about Jared as the next. So why not let the leash off?
That's, you know, I wish you could have
the Buff,
Todd the Buff, and Carl Moretti, and even Bob Arum here, and the matchmakers at Top Rank too. You know, it's and ESPN at the guys up top at ESPN who also have a hand in putting on great television. But you know, I think he's ready. I think he's ready to go into the upper echelon of the division. But you know, he's coming off of an injury. He's coming off of a great comeback after his injury. let's see something next. Let's get him in there with a name. I don't know if he's in a rush. He's making decent money. And in a year or two, the guy's going to be making multi-millions.
How soon can we get him in there? In your opinion, I know that's not your job title, and your answer isn't going to make this come any truer, but Big Baby Miller versus Big Baby for the name. They've already gone back and forth.
Do that next.
What?
Come on, bro. And listen.
I mean, he's got a fight scheduled next now in the UK with.
I don't know. I saw he got some fights scheduled.
Big Miller.
Yeah, I thought it was in. It's not at the UK.
No, he's got one.
It's
then
in Kazakhstan.
Yeah, but then another one in the UK.
Oh, okay.
With a name fighter.
Line him up next for Jared. And Big Baby, listen, was a good fighter, but I think with everything he's been through, he's reached it. He's pushing his face through that ceiling right now. So
I gotta ask.
Do you think that fight, it would only be a one-off? Like Miller has outstayed his welcome, and it'll never be a co-promotion or okay, we want you to fight Big Baby, so we're gonna sign you back to Top Rank and take another chance. I want to see, and again, I don't know Big Baby Miller to sit here and disrespect him or anything like that, but I would love to see a comeback story. I would love to see him redeem himself. Do I think it's going to happen? No. I mean, if I was an odds maker, I would say the odds are very slim of him doing that. Have you seen? He's like on his third comeback.
Right. But and
it's fast. It's like 3 fights.
Yeah, but against who though?
No, I know, but he's knocking the rust off, bro. Taking off the pounds.
I mean, if and again, I'm just speaking on this. I don't know him. I've met him a couple times. A super nice guy. I've spoke to him on the phone. Super nice guy. I'm a fan of him as a fighter, but it's just a tough. He's gonna carry that stink on him for the rest of his career, and no matter where he goes, it's the same shit. Somebody's gonna say to you, "You got some stink on you." Be like, "Yo, Frank, you stink."
I don't know, man. I think
you smell worse than you did before.
I think if you're gonna give him a fight like a Big Baby, where he has to be under VADA, and he completes that VADA, and he beat Big Baby clean, he's back.
So I'm Big Baby Miller. What do you ask me? If I'm sitting in this chair right now, what do you ask me? You ask me a bunch of stupid questions like, "Hey, man, how's the comeback coming?" "Oh, it's coming great." Yo, you still on the shit? You know what I mean? Eventually, you're going to get to that in some way. That's all he's going to hear.
Yeah, but as long as you complete VADA, all they can do is talk about what you did in the past. Right now, you're clean.
I want him to have a comeback. I want him to, because he was a freak of nature. And I'm not, look, I'm sure there's many other fighters fucking around doing some dirt. You know what I'm saying? And they just haven't got caught. He's unfortunately got caught multiple times. And I don't want to sit here and condone what that is because it's a slap in the face to the sport. But, I wish Big Baby Miller the best, and I hope he has a great comeback. I hope he can somehow, some way, but it's going to be hard. I mean, wait, let's go back to this. Devin Haney is the undisputed champion in the lightweight division in a glamorous division, that is. And no pundits have him, the ones that people really think matter. And I'm not saying ESPN, but he's not even top 10. He's not number 10 on anyone's list. You know what I'm saying? And he's dealing with ridicule for him being great and winning fight, beating the man who beat the man who beat the man. And imagine what Big Baby Miller did. He done something wrong, and he's gonna have to deal with that and drag that out through his whole career. And the way that everybody does these days, a lot of people do melt like snowflakes. It may have taken a toll on them, and it's always right now. A lot of that is escape route, and that's why, I want to, and I don't want to say, everybody has a right to be offended. Everybody has a right. I get offended. I get my feelings hurt. But it goes back to us talking about giving boxers cryotherapy and massages at the gym. it's an escape route for him. So guess what? If Big Baby Miller goes the distance with a 5-10 guy, which I think he did his first comeback fight, something similar to that. Oh, you know, I'm just shaking the rust off and all the mental stuff I was going through, you know. But 10 years ago, this dude was offending everybody in their. Not saying he was, but you know, living with that type of mentality, it's an escape for him. He has an excuse that everybody's going to be hard on him. But if he can fight through it, get through it, he's got a great story. You know, there's a lot of people that have done wrong and redeemed themselves and went and taught people to, you know, what not to do. Not to go down that wrong road. And
I think
he can
it's
do that.
still good TV, though, because he's a villain. You let him be the villain.
I don't think he should be a villain, because then if he's a villain, he's got to come out, yo, I was shooting fucking steroids in my ass. Fuck you. You know, I'm going to knock you out. Guess what? I'm going to shoot him up again and they ain't catching me. That's a villain. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a villain. No,
he has to catch a fine.
He has to go. Basically, he has to go to the Tyson Fury route. Tyson Fury was a mess, bro. He was a wreck. He was dropping anti-Semitic stuff on Twitter, a bunch of stuff on there, but he redeemed himself. He used it, and he had.
But that's what I'm telling you. A win. Tyson had, you know, what do you call it? Allegations of boar meat and shit. So like, yes, Big Baby is in that realm. A good enough fight under VADA, people will forget.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, cause shit, Canelo been under VADA for how many years, and they still clenbuterol and the meat.
They talk about the past. They don't say he's on, cause every fight is VADA. It's like you can say I'm dirty.
People ain't
but
never gonna
since
forget.
I popped, I'm on VADA.
But people never gonna forget though.
And it's okay. He's been on VADA for 18 months throughout the suspension. That was part of the terms. Be on VADA and remain. So these fights, VADA, and it's out his pocket. Like, so now let the good guy go beat his ass. That's all. Like, he could. I don't know. I still think he's a character.
No,
I would love him and Dillian White, him and Deontay Wilder, and obviously the fight is there for him and Big Baby to fight over the name. Yeah. They fighting on Instagram. Might as well make that money.
Miller, I wish you the best, man. I hope.
Yo,
you do.
Frank, how many rounds does he last with Jared?
Maybe 4.
Yeah,
him in great shape. 4
Get
rounds.
the fuck out of here, bro. He's 320, bro. He's beating over. Remember I told y'all that? Bro, like I told you about Zhang.
Yo, I mean, any true gambler would know to not take your word when the over isn't even out.
It'll be out. Look at what the fuck they put Anderson like. They made Anderson a 1.5 over. They fucked up last week. They ain't gonna fuck up this week. Get your ass out of here, bro. Nah, bro.
Was he the best man at your wedding?
Who?
Big Baby.
Listen, Big Baby's lazy. Big Baby hides behind the bag when I'm recording. I'm not here to be.
He talking about Jerrell Miller.
Jerrell Miller.
Yeah,
Jerrell Miller.
Oh yeah, no, I'm fucking with you. No.
I'm not here to be his lawyer. But I do see. I still see a place for him in boxing.
Yeah.
Fucking Margarito got to fight.
No. I see a
Margarito got to fight.
That's great. I see a place for him, but yeah, I don't see like what top heavyweight he going. I don't see him beating the top fucking 15. Jared ranked top 25.
How can you say he's not going to be the top 15 based off what?
Based off
of you assuming he's not the same because he's not on the juice.
Based off his comebacks that I've seen, like his last fights, bro.
These are not real. This is Russ.
All right, can we?
What the fuck did Fury look like versus Stefa Safari and Francisco Piñeta?
But I'm
and are those names any better, or did they get more popularity because of the machines that he was part of?
Wilder in his third comeback.
But not the first two.
Okay, the first two. My man's good.
All right, you criticizing Big Baby.
Let him get on a big stage again. I'm not talking an off TV fight on a PBC show or an ESPN Plus. Let him get on the main show, fight somebody, deal with the ridicule, deal with everything, and let's see how he performs. And like I said, I wish him a great comeback story. And then if he can get through that, and then he could beat somebody solid, then guess what? He's back. He's in the mix. And then he could be the villain, or he could be the guy that does the story.
Yo, Frank, I got to ask because, There was something. There was rumors, and those were debunked by Jared. He said he was like, "Yo, there was no knockdown with Fury," but Fury, regardless, saw something in Jared because fight week for that third Wilder fight, he says he's the next American heavyweight champ. I was only fortunate to watch, about 2 sparring sessions with them. What is it in your opinion that Tyson Fury saw in Jared Anderson, not just in their sparring, but in the gym, that made him say Jared's the next American heavyweight champ?
It's, and it goes for any young fighter. Listen, man, if you get the opportunity to spar a world champion or a world-class fighter, don't show him any respect once you're in that ring, once that bell rings. And that's what Jared Anderson did. And he, pressure, aggression, threw punches. And Fury wasn't expecting that. You're a world champion. You're at the top of the game, and you got a young prospect. You got that confidence, like, I'm going to do what I want with this guy. But if that guy comes in there rushing you like a bull, then you're like, oh, okay, all right, now I got to tighten my shit up. And that's basically what happened. There was no knockdown. Jared, like I said, Jared will clarify that. But there was some really good sparring.
So how much I paid him to not tell the truth? Because Tay Jones says Jared knocked him out.
Who's Tay Jones?
Deontay Wilder's cousin.
Tay Jones wasn't there.
He's got inside info, bro.
Oh, and then, I heard
Who else was there?
I heard from, I don't want to get anybody in trouble in the Wilder camp, but I heard that, what's his name, from Brazil, drop Wilder in camp.
What heavyweights from Brazil?
What's his name? Fuck, dude, I'm real bad with names, bro. I'm fucking tired.
A Brazilian heavyweight.
Yeah, Brazilian heavyweight. Who Wilder always used them in camp. So I heard that too. So my word is word should be just as good.
I've never met a Brazilian heavyweight in camp. You might be talking Cuban.
No, he's from Brazil. He fought Shannon Briggs. He fought.
Oh wow, so he's old as hell.
He fought Anthony Joshua. He fought
Anthony Joshua.
Yeah.
Kevin Johnson.
Bro, and I know him so well.
Kingpin?
I spent. Oh my God, Rafael Zumbano Love. Dropped him in sparring, and that's why Wilder kept bringing him back and paying him. So there you go. And Rafael,
allegedly.
No, well, you're hearing it from me, just like you're hearing it from. So if you heard it from Tay, my word should be just as good as Tay's.
No, I didn't hear it from Tay. I actually seen the tweet.
Oh yeah, no. Well, I'm gonna tweet it, and I'm just gonna be like, so our words are just as good. Because I'm, he's just with Deontay Wilder. My words should be a little bit better because I'm with a lot more elite fighters.
Well, you're with the guy that beat Wilder, so that automatically trumps your word.
Twice, by the way.
You guys are terrible.
And I made the stool with Wilder's face on it. So no, but all respect to Wilder, I'm still a big fan.
Wait, Fury's stool has Wilder's face on it, but a sticker, not metal,
or is it engraved?
No, Google Tyson Fury's stool, or not Google. Either Google or YouTube Tyson Fury's stool, and then you'll see.
Fuck?
Yeah, you'll see. I made it, and it was getting a little buzz. It became infamous during fight week.
Oh shit! Yeah, it says Dosser on it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Big Dosser.
So I'm just saying I'm just gonna. If Jared Anderson comes out and there was maybe like 2 times I wasn't there to see them spar. So if he dropped them one of those 2 times and he really kept it a secret, but Jared will tell me. So how's it go?
But in this interview, what I've picked up on is that Top Rank is a family and they protect their own.
Yeah.
So it's like I said, you guys probably paid Jared not to say the truth.
No, it goes like this. If my kid fucking keep shit in his pants, I'm gonna keep that shit in house. You know what I'm saying? And
exactly.
You know what I mean? And that's how I treat it. I treat these fighters like they're my kids or my nephews or my nieces or whatever. And you said it best. And that's we're a family. And I won't. There's at times we're dysfunctional, but so is everybody else. And I think every Thanksgiving we all come together and it is nothing but love, that the Top Rank family.
Are you sad that as of now it looks like Jared won't be coming back to whole camp? Because I'm sad. I got to see him work for his last fight, And
coming back to Vegas?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's not in camp.
Well,
no, I know, but he
fought.
said he seems to like Houston more than Vegas.
It's his home. He lives there now.
Yeah.
Same as Shakur. Shakur didn't want to leave his, I enjoyed being in camp. I really enjoyed being in camp with Shakur. So one of the easiest I've ever dealt with, and would love to have him back. But if for whatever reason, professionally or personally, he wants to stay in Houston, man, I support that. If there's anything I could do from this end, they could always count on me. So I take what's given. It's again, if I can have a couple weeks to where there's nobody coming in the gym, I'm going to take a couple days off, and I'm actually looking forward to that day. But it doesn't look like it's happening anytime soon.
So you're like us, no days off?
No.
Wow.
No. So
Sundays though, right? Or the gym is open Sundays too?
Just a special request. If Devin wants to get in there, just like I said,
Devin special at Top Rank now.
Fiji water fighters want to work on Sunday. I'm available. I'll make that accommodation.
Loma's Fiji still with no belt?
Yeah, Loma's the Fiji guard. Loma's got a super following. Actually, I did his sparring. He's all.
Who'd you get to emulate?
Can I say that? Oh, can I say who's his sparring? I mean, I guess you'll see it on social media.
You just said where you sent Vences.
Vences is all posting up on social media.
Hey,
so
Shakur's a bigger star.
You can see that.
He's currently unified.
No, and I got you. And I'm just saying like this. Loma, internationally, I'm not saying he's a bigger star or anybody else is a bigger star, but he's still a star. For the second time in 3 camps, sent over Steven Galliano.
Okay.
That's
crazy.
A great
He's
fighter.
with Adam, right?
Mm-hmm. And
he's trying to get that fight with Pistol Pete Dobson, man. Tell Top Rank pick that up,
I like
man.
that kid.
Give him a bone.
I like him. I like Steven. He's a good fighter. I
You
would
think
like
he beats Pistol Pete?
Yeah, I do. I think he was supposed to fight on one of our shows. I think he got COVID.
Who? Dobson?
No, Galliano.
Okay.
He was supposed to fight on one of the shows, and then we got Zachary Ochoa over there. And
what?
Yeah.
Is he not with Breadman no more?
Yeah, he's with Breadman. Breadman approved.
Sent him over there alone.
Well,
though.
Breadman, you know where Breadman is.
Yeah, he's over here.
Right, so he was over.
No,
there.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. He sent him alone to
Breadman,
fucking fight
why
Loma.
Not? I'll tell you
To
like
spar
this.
Loma alone.
No, but with Loma, from what I've been told,
He works with you?
from sources from Loma's camp, is that he only allow you to bring your trainer if you a top fighter.
What?
So if you in a top fighter and you come in for sparring, you can't bring your trainer. You coming alone.
Mm-hmm.
Why? What's the thought process?
Well, it's just extra. That's just how Papachenko runs it, and I'll tell you like this.
That's crazy. So
I don't know. I'm not there.
Who decides who's a top fighter?
So that's what I was
Papachenko. No, it's not. It's they all got to have experience. I don't just reach out to every fighter. I reach out to their team and I say, you got anybody? And I look at them, and they'll send me a 5-0, 6-0 guy. I want to shout out Rob Acosta, who he's helped me out recently tremendously. But
shout out Rob. For those of you who may not know, his boot strength and conditioning.
Amazing teacher, amazing trainer. So if you could, get out there and work with him, man. Guy's the shit. So, but if you're offering me a 5-0 guy, I'm going to immediately tell you no, because he's only fought 4 rounders. They need experience. Loma's going to need 8 rounds, possibly from them guys. So I have another guy on deck where we get as elite as possible, but these are up and coming guys that could potentially be world champions in the future. And
wow, you think that highly of Galliano?
I like Galliano. I think it's up to him. It's up to his. What he has surrounding him. It's up to what type of work he puts in. That's something I don't know. But it's the same as Zach Ochoa. He's I think he has 1 loss on his record, but I still think he's a very good fighter. And he's kind of distanced himself from.
I think Zach has 2.
Really? Maybe I think a draw. I don't know. But however, they worked for now, and for me to offer a fighter, hey, would you like to spar Lomachenko? Never has anybody said no.
Mm-hmm.
They Loma. They like working with him, and he pays good. So
3 losses. He actually got that back-to-back loss. He just lost to Brandon Lee. I remember that fight. It was a pretty tough fight, but is that he fought the wrong fight. You can't bang with Brandon Lee, man. Can't bang with Brandon Lee. He punches too hard.
I got one more guy on deck in case, but I won't say anything because I don't want that to.
My guy Jermaine Ortiz said it's not happening.
What? The fight?
He said he's upsetting.
Oh, they're very capable of upsetting. I was just talking.
Very capable
of listen, I've only seen.
Bro, he came under my radar. I've seen everything from like I guess Adorno or maybe one fight before that, but I never thought he was gonna beat Herring. Even off the loss, I thought Herring would get him.
He works hard, and he took the fight. You don't take Lomachenko or any elite fighter without.
But was he offered something else? Or was it like, yo, we got Loma, or we'll see what we can get you?
Well, dude, beating Lomachenko puts you in position. In
but
a way, that's winning a championship.
I hear you, but was he offered more than one fight? Or did he only have Loma or no fight?
I don't know that.
Because, then...
No, we're not... He's not... I mean, I don't know this 100% facts, but there's no way... If you beat Lomachenko, we don't get something out of it. That'd be terrible.
No. What I mean is, obviously, he beat Herring.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, it's time to talk about your next fight. Look, right now, it sounds like Loma wants to come back. Would you like that? Was there another option? For Jermaine?
Yeah, I'm sure there was.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, sure. Of course. I heard it was Nakatia or Jermaine. And Jermaine got offered first, and Jermaine took it.
I heard Nakatilia and Jermaine were supposed to fight, and Nakatilia didn't want it.
Mm-hmm.
So that was true.
Yeah.
So both of them were Loma opponents and had the option to fight each other.
That's what I heard. I heard the same thing you heard.
Cool. But we do have our next guest in the green room, Frank. So we're going to take a quick intermission.
I'm getting kicked out.
And we're going to take a picture
Real
with
quick,
you.
Final prediction this weekend. Ladies across the pond, Michaela Mayer and Alicia Baumgartner and Clarissa Shields.
What did you take from this interview? He's not going against the family.
What fight's going on first?
The Michaela.
Oh, well, that's going to be a sensational fight. Michaela Mayer walking out with the victory.
Told you.
I'll probably, Clarissa Shields and Savannah Marshall, I'll do my best to watch. They're
not part of the fam.
No, I mean,
You're busy. They're not part of the fam.
It's not that I'm not. It's not that I'm busy.
Frank, you got to do your best to get me someone in here that I can ask questions like, why was Clarissa not someone of interest?
I wanted to sign her. Remember I told you I was going hard on the 2016 class.
So what happened?
And
why not her?
That's
what I'm saying. So
why not her, but Michaela?
You don't have to answer it. I just want to know, who do we get in that chair to answer things like that? Like, who makes those decisions?
If you could get Todd.
You can get Todd.
Or
you got to tell Todd
Bob.
who we are.
No, Bob? Todd won't. I don't think Todd will do it.
I know.
He rarely does.
I've caught him in the
But you could get Bob. You could get Bob.
I don't know what happened. Yo, I had Bob. I still got Bob's personal number. He used to come on here at the crack of a text.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, no more.
So it might be. These hallways are super fucking long. So I don't know if he's gonna want to make that walk.
I've never, I'm telling you, it just stopped recently too. Like, he always like, oh yes. I'm like, wow. Even like, he'll be in another country, and he has iMessage, so I would still text him. He's like, well, I'm out the country, but.
Go to the office. Go set it. Go do a little special.
We should just walk in. Office. Just walk in.
Is it in the same building?
Nah.
Oh.
I've never been to the top.
It's Sunset and Paradise, right by the airport, where the planes land.
Damn, 2 buildings. We might really need to get Bob in here to.
Or to win, yeah, you can get him at the win. I don't think you're gonna get him here. You need one of them conveyor walkways.
Nah, we got the elevator and we got the little. In the shopping centers, you got the electric. Got to be
91.
Electric carts. We got the little electric scooters here.
No, he ain't gonna do that. He'll walk. I'm just kidding, because this place is fucking huge.
Nah, let's get this in the mission. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. And joined alongside me today is Angel Mora. Any relation to Sergio Mora?
No, man, no.
No?
I get that a lot, but no.
All right.
Yeah.
I just need you to talk into the mic. But yeah, man. So Angel Mora, you're from Tulsa.
Born and raised in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Yes,
Okay. And I mean, we spoke a little bit yesterday, and you said that you do know Jeremiah Milton.
Yep. I was a buddy of mine. Oh, he's still a buddy of mine. Real good friend. We started off in the same gym, so yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know Jeremiah. Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. So, did you guys like work out in the same gym?
Yeah,
Oh.
we did. Yeah.
Same trainer too?
Yeah, same trainer.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
We from the same gym. So.
Man, is it surreal to, I guess, see the both of you ending up in
Yeah.
Vegas, ending up as
Yeah,
professionals?
man. Yeah. I mean, I'm I got my pro debut next week, so I know he's already pro. We got a couple pro fights in, but man, it feels amazing to be here in Vegas. I know he trains out here too.
Mhm.
So yeah, man, I feel blessed.
Absolutely. You are blessed, man. You're the lead sparring partner for Keyshawn Davis, silver medalist. So how's that been, and when did you link up with Keyshawn?
So what happened was, man, about 2 weeks ago, his brother fought in Tulsa, where I'm from. And I guess BoMac went into the gym asking for some work, and talked to my coach. And he said, yeah, I got a 135-pounder getting ready for a pro fight. So it kind of just fit in perfectly, And they came in the next day. We set up some sparring. And, man, we went 5 rounds, five hard rounds. And I guess he liked the work. And he said, hey, man, I want to bring you out of my camp. Give me some work. And he fights the 23rd, and I fight the 17th. So it worked out for both of us. Yeah, perfect.
Where are you making your pro debut at?
It'll be in Miami, Oklahoma. It's about an hour away from Tulsa.
Okay. Yep, I know they've done a lot of fights out there. They got the casinos out there in Miami.
Yeah, they do.
So who's your manager?
Man, right now, I really don't have any. I'm not signed to nobody. I'm just trying to fight on. Fighting, picking up some fights on my own. But I really don't have any management at the moment.
So how'd you get your pro debut? Did you guys just pay for the slot, or how did that come about?
Pretty much. Well, my coach from the gym, he deals with a lot of that. Pretty much, I consider him my manager. He helps me out. He's the one that's helped me out with my pro debut and all my amateur stuff and stuff like that. But I really haven't been signed to nothing really.
Right.
So I'm just I really want to just keep fighting. Start a couple fights in and just see where it goes from there.
So when did you and your coach decide it was time for you to turn pro?
Well, I mean, I've been with this coach, man, for maybe about 4 years now. My old coach, he would always push me, hey, man, it's time for you to go pro. It's time for you to go pro. But I just felt like I wasn't ready myself, I wanted to get some more experience in the amateurs, get more tournaments in. And that's what I did. But that's when I moved coaches because I feel like I needed to get somewhere better in Tulsa. Man, Tulsa's a small city. There's not a lot of boxing in Oklahoma to begin with. So I was looking around better gyms and stuff like that. So I found the gym that I'm at now. And man, that guy that opened up the gym, he opened up a new gym, and I saw USA Boxing posted that gym. I don't know if you guys have seen that on Instagram. You guys might check it out. Posted that new gym in Tulsa. You guys should check it out, man. It's a really cool gym, pretty big, real good facility. We just had Golden Gloves there maybe about 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
And we had a lot of people from all over the country come out and checked out that gym. And I mean, that's where Keyshawn found me at. So from there, pretty much, man, we just kept working and set up some pro debut stuff.
So how long did it take? Because that's what I'm wondering. Obviously, being independent, no manager, no anything.
Yeah.
How long did it take for you to get a date?
Yeah, well,
from the time you guys were actually trying to get a date.
Okay. So I think I always told myself it was gonna be this year sometime. It was last year actually, but then a bunch of COVID stuff happened about 2 years ago, and that's kind of knocked me off my pivot. But we started getting back in the gym, started getting back to the tournaments, and I was like, I need to get back into 2 or 3 tournaments before I want to go pro. And I mean, I just made a decision, man. My last tournament, I don't know if it was this one. What was this one at? I think it was this one. I made it to semifinals, man, and I got beat in the semifinals, but they put me on the rankings. I was number 6 in the ranks for 2021.
Okay.
Yeah, and after that, I was like, man, it's time to go pro. I'm 23 years old, so I was like,
So how has the adjustment been sparring with Keyshawn, someone who has been very successful as an amateur, obviously an Olympic silver medalist, and now has turned pro, only 5 fights though. So What have you seen? What similarities and how has that adjustment been just sparring somebody of his level?
Man, you know, I've always been a fighter myself, man. I love to fight. Obviously, you know, I'm a boxer and everything, but sparring Keyshawn, man, is really. I've only sparred him twice now. For the first time when he went to Tulsa and yesterday, man. But it really gives me a different look, you know, especially him coming from, you know, being Olympian and being real fast, slick, man. It's just, you know, that's the type of work I need to get me where I want to be. So, man, he really, you know, working with him really helps me out a lot. And I think my style will bring a lot of his good stuff, you know, too. Cause I mean, my style. I feel like I have like that Mexican style, you know, coming forward and pressing, and he said, man, I like that, man, you know, and I got like, you know, keep it dog, and I got some dog in me, and I mean he's you know, his style works a lot with mine too. So
I gotta ask because obviously we were there for the sparring last night, and I'm sure you heard because we heard, you know, Terrence Crawford lands today. So do you think you'll have any extra pressure sparring Keyshawn in front of arguably pound for pound the best fighter in the world?
Man, a little bit, you know, him being Terrence Crawford and all, but I feel like I still, you know, everything. I keep my composure and, you know, do what I got to do in the ring. So,
and that being said, given that Keyshawn does train with BoMac, how has that been? You know, like you said, there's not much boxing in Oklahoma, so how has it been to be able to work with the world-class trainer and just, you know, any pointers that he's been giving you thus far?
Man, it's been real good, man. Honestly, I'm blessed to be here. Like I said, I'm blessed to be here with BoMac and being Keyshawn's sparring partner for his fight. It's really shown me a lot. They really showed me a lot, you know, what it's like to work as a pro and to train hard, man. And they really pushed me to my limits this couple days I've been here with them. So
in Oklahoma, what were you sparring? 3-minute rounds?
Yeah, I was doing 3-minute rounds, and you know, we would just go as much as we can, pretty much. You know, we'll do 6, 7, 8 rounds and stuff like that. I mean, we got some pretty good pros in Oklahoma that's coming up in the rise right now. I mean, you know, nothing major, but undefeated and still.
How was that switch though? Because they do 4-minute rounds with 30 seconds.
Yep, exactly. Whenever they came in the gym to spar me, they were like, "Hey, we're doing 5 rounds, 4 minutes, 30 seconds," and I was like, "Man." And I was like, let's do it, you know? Let's do it. I want to try it.
Was that your first time sparring 4 minutes?
I've done 4 minutes before, but not 5 rounds. Maybe about 3, 4 rounds. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's whenever I went to Cali for a tournament, and then I went out to some gyms out there, and they do the same thing, you know, 4-minute sparrings. But like I said, you know, Oklahoma's not really like a big state of boxing, so it was, you know, we work at a little different pace and all that. But man, I feel blessed again to see this type of training I'm getting now, you know, to take it back home to other guys.
Yeah,
man,
I was gonna ask, do you feel now that you've seen, okay, this is what these top guys are doing? Do you feel that now that's something you'll take back to Oklahoma, the 4-minute sparring?
Yeah, exactly, man. That's what I've been thinking, and it's, you know, it makes sense, man. You know, it's gonna help me out in my future and in boxing a lot, really, and my conditioning, mostly.
Do you feel that now being, you know, having been sparring them for a couple weeks, do you feel that you've now adjusted to the 4-minute rounds or not yet?
I mean, I pushed through them yesterday. I did 6 rounds. I can push through them. I mean, without getting too tired and stuff. But I feel like I'm gonna get there, you know, eventually, sooner or later, man. It's gonna have me ready for my fight for sure. So.
We got AJ Smooth with a super chat, says, how was the sparring in Tulsa during the Nationals?
Man, it was really good. I went in there and there was a lot of sparring. Like I said, guys from everywhere, different weight classes, again, real good sparring in there. You know, when you walked in there, man, it was a full gym, full house with a bunch of good fighters, man. You know, obviously the best in the nation. But I did get a lot of work in with a lot of guys in there. So it was real good sparring, man.
So you said this is only the second time sparring with Keyshawn.
Yes.
Have you been able to work out with him?
Yeah, I've been working out with him these last couple of days. Last week before, yeah. So
any major differences that you see in what he does and what you do, or we're not doing that you're like, oh, okay, he's doing that, man, maybe I can add that?
Yeah, some of the things, yeah. You know, most of those, you know, it's just workouts and strength and conditioning stuff, which is a lot of the same stuff, you know, that everybody does. But Mostly, man, it's just resting the body and eating good and healthy, man, and just getting your resting for these workouts. Because, you know, these are hard workouts, working out twice a day. You know, back at home, I would work out once a day and probably just get my running in at night or something. But here, you know, we get 2 hard workouts in a day and get some running in and stuff like that.
So what are those 2 workouts? Like one boxing, one strength and conditioning?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. So we'll do strength and conditioning, and then we'll do boxing in the afternoon.
So have you been doing your strength and conditioning with Keyshawn at the UFC facility as well?
Yeah,
okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So how's that?
Really feeling blessed.
Yeah, man, I feel blessed, like I said, man. And thanks to you guys for having me here, man. It really, you know.
Nah, for sure, man. We wanted to let our audience know about you.
Yeah.
No, definitely, man. You know, anybody who can stay in there with Keyshawn, we like, okay, cool. And,
sure.
you know, being able to learn. How have you liked the UFC facility? Because
man, it was awesome. It was awesome, man. When I was, you know, we first went in there and we was coming around the corner, man. I saw the UFC headquarters. I was like, man, this is awesome, you know. Walked in there and, man, all these.
What did you use?
Pretty much, we used a lot of their equipment. We did a lot of strength and conditioning is what we did there with some of the guys that worked there. I mean, you know, hard, good workouts, man. Pushed through them, and man, I felt good after the workouts, man.
Was there equipment, or has there been things that you've used in the UFC facility that you've never used before?
Man, not really. Like I said, I've done a lot. You know, I'm a boxer, so I've worked out a lot, you know, a lot of strength and conditioning. So a lot of the workouts we did there is real similar than the ones that I do back at home.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just curious because I know they have some high-end equipment.
Yeah, they do.
And things
I
like
mean,
that.
we might. Obviously, I didn't use all of them, but I did see a lot of stuff that I've never seen before. So
I got you.
So obviously they flew you out, and you're alone, right?
Yeah, I'm alone. I'm out here just.
Are you in the same B&B with them, or you're alone?
No, I'm staying with them in the B&B. So we just, you know, whatever Keyshawn does, I'm right there with him. So I'm just training what he's doing, you know. So we're both getting ready for a fight.
Been enjoying the pool. I heard the backyard has a nice view, nice pool.
We got a nice pool. I haven't got in it yet, but I gotta get in it for sure, man. It's too hot out here.
That's the point, champ. You get in the pool when it's hot.
Yeah.
You don't swim?
Yeah, I swim. Okay. Yeah, I'll swim. Honestly, I just haven't really had time to get in the pool, man. We just been real busy training and trying to get my rest and trying to get some.
What time did you go to sleep last night?
Man, last night we went on a run, 3-mile run.
What? After the sparring?
After the sparring.
Bro, I left. It was like 8 something. So what time was your run?
Man, our run was probably like at 11:30 at night. Yeah, I was tired, but hey.
Bro, he still sleep then.
Yeah.
When you left, he was still sleeping, Keyshawn, or he was up?
No, we both went. Oh, when I left this morning, he was still asleep. Yeah.
Damn, you had to get up for your interview.
Yeah, man, hey, I'm here, man. I appreciate it. So
no, I get you, but damn, your sleep, you needed that. Damn.
No, but I mean, good thing. I talked to BoMac. He said we just chilling in the morning. So I was like, well, you know, I'll come out and get an interview, and I'll take a nap after and stuff.
That's what's up.
We'll get to work later. You said we might be out here.
Yeah, no. Yesterday, I said I'll see you tomorrow. He was like, nah, I want to come to y'all gym, and then he said, BoMac, we going to their gym. And
and then even after you left. Right before I left, because I stayed like another half hour after you left, I doubled back like, yo, so tomorrow 5 o'clock, I just want to know, so I have it ready. You're like, yeah, 5 o'clock for sure. I'm like, all right. BoMac is just like, make sure to have it hot. I'm like, all right.
Which is crazy because I like the door open. I think that's how it gets hot.
Yeah, no, I mean, I would honestly, that's what I plan to do. As soon as the show's over, if the door is not already open, let that sun in there.
Damn, already? He said as soon as the show's going to be 9 in the morning. You really trying to have it hot.
It's probably like 70 degrees in it right now. They said at least 85.
Nah, bro, it's going to, believe me, it gets hot on its own.
Yeah, but you have to.
Range him?
No, right here.
Right here.
Like,
you got to understand.
Got AC, but they turn that off and they put that door like halfway.
Man.
But you got to understand,
I do jump rope right in front of that door. You be like,
you got to understand too. You know the heat rises, so you got to really, you know, get it going. But yeah, man,
that's true.
So
it was crazy. Let me tell you, I was fucking drenched the whole time. No.
Yesterday,
it was so bad when I left. I mean, you saw I was there probably till like 8:30 at night. Pitch black when I walk outside. No more sun, right? I get in my car. Fucking turn on the air conditioner. It's a 20-minute drive home. When I got home, my shirt's still fucking wet from all the sweat, man.
I
was
hard work, dedication, baby.
Nah, it was that hot ass gym.
Yeah.
That's it. Ness like, yo, should I take my shirt off? I'm like, well, you ain't a fighter. But you taking your shirt off for?
No, I brought my equipment, but then when I seen ESPN was there, because we were there before you guys with Devin Haney, and
really?
You know, they had the camera. I'm like, I don't want people thinking I'm over there trying to work out to get on camera, so I waited because I don't like being there. What I'm gonna be there sweating and not work out? I'd rather work out.
Exactly.
Because you're gonna walk out of there so sweaty anyway. You might as well get your workout in.
Right. How has that adjustment been? You know, what's the
temperature
comparison?
like?
Yeah, I mean, I've never been to Tulsa, so what's that like in comparison to Vegas? A lot of fighters really have a hard time adjusting because of the air quality and the heat. How's that been for you?
Man, you know, Tulsa in the summer, it honestly kind of feels like the same. You know, it gets up in the hundreds, 110s. And
what?
Yeah, Tulsa does, yeah. Man, Oklahoma's got one of the craziest weathers, you know. Summertime gets real hot. Wintertime gets snowy. Sometimes it gets icy.
Damn.
But so we got crazy weather, you know, so I know how to deal with all types of weather, really, in the cold and in the heat. So, I mean, I've worked out in this type of heat before, too. It's crucial, but, I mean, I've never been in the gym like, you know, like Top Rank. Yeah, it's real hot. You know, it was real hot in there. You know, our gym, we got AC back at home. So, I mean, we still work out. We still get a sweat in, but, you know, we don't keep it real hot when it's hot outside.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Well, being from Tulsa, man, can you like name anyone else that we should be looking at that you think
is the next one?
The next.
Yeah, I mean, my buddy, man, David Perez, he's 6-0, rising, man. He's undefeated. He's one of the hardest workers I know. You know, he's really just got his heart in the game, man. Just try to be somebody trying to keep fighting. He wants the good fights. He wants a good opportunity. Shout out to him, my boy, man. I've known him since we both started boxing together in a way. So, you know, we both been sticking to it. And, you know, I come from a gym when I was a kid, man, that I had a coach. But, I mean, really, we did a lot of work ourselves. Like, me and him, we traveled to go fight by ourselves without a coach just because it's something that we wanted to do, you know. And we didn't really have nobody there to push us. And, I mean, you know, we're grown men now, and we still trying to, you know, figure it out.
So I'm curious, since the pandemic specifically, we have seen a number of cards come to Tulsa. Matchroom came and put the fucking ring in the middle of the street, and we saw an undisputed fight happen literally in the middle of the street in Tulsa, Oklahoma. We've seen Top Rank come on a number of occasions. Have you been able to attend any of those events, and has those events kind of pushed you in a way, given that that's your city?
Motivated you.
Yeah, and that's one thing, you know, I'm glad you brought that up because lately, you know, I've seen a lot of cars been coming to my hometown, and it's just like, it's crazy because I've never seen them come to my hometown like that, you know? And every time I see they come, man, I got to go. And I'm like, you know, one day I want to be on that card, you know, in my city.
Were you there for the Matchroom one outside?
Yeah, I was in a little alley.
Yeah, that was, I really wanted to go because it was like, when the fuck else is a fight going to happen in the middle of the street?
Yeah.
First of all.
Was it the one in downtown?
Yeah.
Yeah.
First of all, I mean, it was just crazy to me that, you know, at that point, I didn't remember any fights. And I remember, like, looking into it. I'm like, when the fuck have they done fights in Tulsa, Oklahoma? Exactly. Seriously, I was shocked. But, you know, that's great. You know, we've seen Jeremiah Milton get on those Top Rank cards and be able to shine. So hopefully pro debut goes well and you're able to, you know, because Jeremiah is very early in his career as well.
Yeah.
You know, I want to say maybe for his third fight was when he got on the Top Rank Tulsa card. So hopefully you can do something similar and get the ball rolling and on a positive note.
Stay, you know, in conversation with BoMac.
Yeah.
Because he can get you on those Top Rank cards.
We already talked, and I mean, he's invited me out of Omaha before. I mean, he told me after this, you know, this won't be the only time he invites me. You know, he wanted me out here because of, you know, Keyshawn's fight, and he just got the work that we did in Tulsa, and he told me he also invited me to Colorado Springs where they usually train at, and you know, hopefully I'll get that invitation, you know, sometime, and you know, man, I'm here to work and I'm here to just push myself to my limits. So
I know you guys. I was gonna say, I know you guys just got here. I'm curious. I don't think we've asked. Have you trained in Vegas prior to this?
Not trained. I haven't trained in here, yeah.
So I'm sure you've heard Mount Charleston, Everybody runs Mount Charleston in Vegas. Have you heard or no?
I haven't heard of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm definitely gonna ask BoMac today because I'm sure they've ran Mount Charleston. It's just a 5-mile run up this mountain where you go up like 5,000 feet during the 5-mile run.
Yeah.
So definitely a hard run.
Yeah.
Usually fighters do it like once a week in camp or something like that.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
something to look out for because
yeah.
you know, it's different, man.
Yeah,
it's
and it is,
different.
man.
It's
and
different.
then like maybe the elevation, I'm assuming, is different. out
Oh
here, too,
man,
you know,
bro,
so-
look, I'm not a fighter, so I have never made the run.
Yeah.
But I'll be driving like side by
And you feel
side.
it?
When you get out the car and you just breathe, oh my goodness,
You
you
feel it.
just breathe in the air, you feel the difference. Like what the fuck?
I just imagine, man, when you end up running, you know.
Right. Nah, and I'm seeing these guys doing it in half an hour, 35 minutes. I'm like, wow,
that's crazy.
That's
yeah.
crazy. But Ness, you got anything?
Yeah, let me check. I put out a post for him earlier. See if anybody in Tulsa stepped up. But I did want to ask anything that you might have picked up or something that maybe BoMac told you that you have, I don't know, held on to or, you know, found like it was some solid advice?
Yeah. I mean, at the moment, really, we haven't really talked much, you know. But we've done mids, he's given out pointers to me, and you know, it's just something that I have in mind, and it's something for me to work on. And when I get back home, and like I said, you know, me just training with them personally, man, just you know, helps me out a lot.
For sure, man.
Would you say Keyshawn is the biggest name that you've shared the ring with? Or got rounds in with, or have you been able to share the ring with other champions, Olympians, or anything like that?
I mean, I've been in there with, you know, obviously in the amateurs were some of the big names in the amateurs at the time. I've also about a year ago I sparred Abdullah Mason.
Okay.
Yeah, I sparred Abdullah about
How
a year
you
ago.
do? He's nice.
Yeah, he is, man. So what happened? I lost to his brother in the semifinals. Is what I told y'all when I got ranked. So and Abdullah was there in his corner. And once we got done fighting, he's like, "Hey man," he got contact with my coach, and he said, "You know, I want to get some sparring in, you know, with Abdullah. Abdullah wanted to get some sparring with me." And man, he came out of Oklahoma, OKC, and I mean, I just drove about an hour and a half where he was at. We got some sparring in over there, man. It was good work, real good work, man. I got, you know, like I said, I feel, you know, blessed to be him to, you know, want to get some work in with me. So, I mean, it was, you know, something I needed, and he probably needed as well, man. Just work, you know.
Yeah. Shout out to you, man, because you can tell your hunger. You know, the fact that you left your trainer and you came over here to get that work with Keyshawn. The fact you just said you drove an hour and a half.
Yeah.
One way to spar with Abdul Mason.
Yeah.
Respect, man. I'm definitely gonna be tuned into your journey. Anybody that's grinding that much, you know, really wants it.
And not just that, man. But at the end of the day,
I know people that won't drive 30 minutes for sparring.
No, I mean, I was gonna say sad to say, but some people put the work in, some don't. But even the ones that do, sometimes they get in there and they just don't got it. So you know, we saw you in there with Keyshawn yesterday, and I've seen Abdullah with Shakur. I've seen him spar Devin Haney, and I know he is going to be something special.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's good, man. You got to keep pushing, keep striving, and just use this experience as a be a sponge. Soak it all in, man. Soak it all in.
Yeah, and that's what I'm here for, man. You know, just trying to get the best work in. Obviously, I feel like, you know, they want to get some work in with me. You know, I was telling me I'm doing something good, so you know that tells me a lot and gets me more hungry for it. So keeps me pushing.
For sure, man. I got one here from Casual Boxing Fan. He says, when around top up and comers such as Keyshawn and others, is there a certain pressure to perform with opponents that shouldn't be going 4 rounds with you? And if so, how do you handle the nerves that come with it? And I think he's talking specifically, since you're working with guys like Keyshawn and Abdullah Mason, do you have pressure on your shoulders to get the win in under 4 rounds with whoever you're debuting?
I see. Man, honestly, I mean, I'm the type of guy that, you know, no matter who it is in front of me, you know, if we're boxing, it's, you know, I'm going to do what I do. I'm going to do what I do best. I'm going to do what I can do. And, I mean, it just builds being in there with these guys that I'm sparring in right now. I mean, it builds up a lot of confidence inside of me, you know, for my pro debut and just, you know, anybody in the future in boxing really, because I mean we're talking about top guys, you know, prospects that are coming up. So I mean, it puts confidence in me, and I mean, honestly I handle my nerves pretty well, I think, you know.
I gotta ask, has Keyshawn been the fighter that you sparred who talks the most shit during sparring, or just talks the most during sparring?
Well, it makes a lot of faces because he definitely is grinning and smiling.
Yeah. And then I just picked up.
He'll be like, "Oh yeah," like
yeah. I mean, I was.
Oh damn.
And I shouldn't say maybe talking shit, but definitely had the most.
Nah,
to
it's
say
definitely
during
some.
sparring.
It's definitely some shit
it's
talking.
always some shit talking, you know. I mean, when we sparring and stuff like that. But I mean, like I said, I've only sparred Keyshawn twice, and you know, yesterday was really one of the times that I mean, we you know, we was a little bit talking back and forth, but I mean, it's part of the game, you know what I'm saying, man? It's nothing but respect, and it's nothing but, I told him, man, let me know what I got to do. Let me know if I'm doing something wrong, and I'll let you know, too, you know what I'm saying? It's just the way it is, and, I mean, yeah, you know, he does a lot of movements, man. He's real slick kid, you know, real fast kid. I'm just trying to adjust still. I'm trying to see, you know, trying to figure it out. So, I mean, we're just, you know, keep it going.
I gotta ask, how'd you get your winning gear? Not every fighter gets winning, bro.
Yeah, that's true. So when I said I went to California for one of the tournaments, I met a guy out there that out in Cali, like I told you, I went to the gym, worked out with him and all stuff, and he told me he had some Japanese guys out there, you know, those Japanese guys that come from Japan to get some work in Cali, I guess. One of his promoters or one of his managers or something he had a bunch of winning gear, and I guess he goes back and he goes to Japan, brings it back to Cali and sells it in Cali. Yeah. So I was just there at the right time at the right place, man, and I still got his number. I'm like, when I need some gear, man, I'm gonna hit you up. Perfect. Man, he sent me a couple sets already, so
that's what's up.
I got
That's dope, man. That's dope.
Yeah, not everybody has that.
Yo,
sometimes
let me tell you, when I helped open the gym in Afghanistan a couple years ago. And so, you know, I was all into like the gear and shit, and I was like, yo, I'm gonna give me some winning, cause I was like, bro, we was sparring every fucking day. Yeah. Like every day I'm sparring, you get what I'm saying? And I have some decent shit, but I'm like, yo, I'm gonna give me some winning. And I remember looking into it, yo, for the gloves, the headgear, and your protector, that shit was gonna come out to like 2 racks.
Yeah.
Just for those 3 items. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, the gloves was like 500, just gloves for 20s.
Man, let me tell you a story. I first got out my first winning gear set, you know, from my friend from Cali, and he sent it over to Tulsa. Man, tell me why I had it for about, man, I used it about 3 times, man, and I got broken into in my truck, and it was gone.
Damn, they robbed you?
I only used it 2 times. Brand new winning gear.
Damn,
man. Yeah, that really put me
Where'd
down.
they break into your truck?
Man, I was at the movies.
What?
Yeah, I was at the movies, and man, I live in Tulsa. But
man. What? Your truck is hooked up? Like, why'd they target your truck?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
No rims, no tints, nothing, jacked
tint,
up.
You know, tint.
Just lifted up.
Yeah, I mean it's a 2021, man. I got 2021 GMC. I mean, I just got it, so maybe, you know.
So they just broke in and took whatever they didn't even steal the car.
So how long did it take you to be able to get another set of winning?
Man, I mean, I tried to get it as soon as I could. Probably I hit up my boy right then and there. Probably got it within a month or so.
Oh, okay.
And before having winning, what did you use? And then when you got it, tell us some of the differences.
Man, so I would have used like ringside headgear. You know, gloves I would use, you know, try to Everlast and stuff like that. But like I had a Rival Cup. You know, it's a little bit more of the cheaper side of the stuff. But I mean, it's still good. It's still good. But man, winning, I feel like all their equipment is real light. You know, the headgear is real light. You're able to move your head more. I mean, you know, you don't feel a lot of, you know, heavy. It's not heavy on your head. But yeah, pretty much the gear's real light. I mean, I like it. I love it a lot, you know. And the only reason I got the crossbar, man, is because I broke my nose about a year ago, and I still haven't fixed it. But I mean, it's, you know, it's it's part of the game.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I got that, the crossbar just to help me out, more protection on my nose.
Yeah, Sean Porter uses that all the time. He don't spar without it.
I actually like the open face one, but I mean,
Me too. I feel like the crossbar is hard to breathe with that shit right there.
Yeah, it's just hard to see a little bit, when you want to look down and stuff. But I mean, I've got used to it.
Would you be open to sparring without it if it's a big name? Because some fighters won't spar like that. Yeah, I've seen numerous fighters who won't allow the sparring partner to wear the crossbar headgear.
I don't let you wear that shit because it's not fair.
Yeah.
I jab you, you don't feel it.
Yeah.
It doesn't stop you. Your eyes not gonna water. Your nose ain't gonna
Yeah, I mean,
that's a lot of protection. But
yeah,
I
it's a
get
lot
it
of
because
protection.
you're a fighter. You're
Yeah.
a business. You can't break your nose. You got a fight
Exactly.
that you're getting ready for. But like me as a competitor sparring you, not working with you, it's just like I don't know you. I'm in my gym. You come to the gym. We spar.
Yeah.
I don't want you to have that shit because my jab is
Yeah.
my weapon,
Exactly.
and you know that's helping you block.
Yeah, I mean, if it comes down to that, I'll do something different, obviously. But I mean, it's just something I use back at home, back in sparring, just do something for protection, really.
No. I mean, yeah, I have no problem.
You gotta use it for precaution, man.
Yeah, I have no problem. I was just curious because I have seen it. I've seen where fighters, like you said, sometimes fighters can't afford the higher end gloves, so they'll show up with a pair of gloves, and then the A-side fighter or the champion or whatever be like, nah, wear these gloves.
Yeah,
Or
yeah. That's
Yeah, I mean, you're supposed to though.
Yeah.
Wilder never let you wear your own gloves. The champ had gloves for the champ and for the sparring partners.
Yeah.
Always 3 separate gloves for them.
I've seen other,
and they take them off for them too. Like after, you can't go hit the bag with them shits or nothing. It's like you done sparring, give me those back in the closet.
Yeah, these are sparring gloves.
Mhm.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, I got another one here from Israel Rubber in Oklahoma. And he says, tell Angel he can get some small hill training and some sparring in our barn gym in Kingfisher County.
Kingfisher County, Oklahoma.
That's far?
Man, I haven't heard of that. But I'll look into it, man. I'll look into it for sure. And man, like I said, if anybody in Oklahoma around me, I'm willing to get some good work in. I mean,
Texas.
Yeah.
Texas ain't too far, right?
Yeah.
How far is it?
Texas, Dallas, probably about 4 hours.
Oof.
Yeah.
Houston, what?
Houston's like 8 hours.
Shit.
Yeah. But I've been to Texas. I've been to Dallas, man, just to get some work in sparring. I've drove out 4 hours before just to get some sparring.
With who? You
With
and
my
your
team.
coach?
Yeah, my team. Yeah, from Tulsa.
Shout out to you, man.
Yeah, we've been,
Those are the things I like to hear.
So
man.
Kingfisher County is about 2.5 hours
Tulsa?
west of Tulsa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Other towns, I guess, around the Hennessy. I don't know if you've heard.
I've heard of that. Yeah. I've
Yeah.
heard of
So
that.
I guess like that's by it. And
Is that like
Shabia.
south?
So it's literally west of.
West of Tulsa?
Yeah, west
Okay.
of Tulsa. Yep. So if you're interested, man.
Yeah, man. Tell them, man, look me up, man. Shoot me a message.
What's your
and, you know,
Instagram? Give your Instagram. So
What, Izzy's?
No.
My
Oh,
Instagram,
yours.
My name is Angel. Angel Mora with you spell Angel with 3 E's _ Mora. That's how you'll find me on Instagram.
And that's ANG or ANJ?
ANG, 3 E's and an L.
What? A&J? What? Mexican spell it like that?
I'm asking.
Angel.
You'll
Yeah,
say
Angel.
you say you can say Angel, but it's spelled with the G.
No, and that's why I was asking. That's why I was
I
asking.
mean, some people can spell it different.
Yeah, no, I just want people to be able to find you.
Yeah,
That's all. So
ANG.
ANGEEL
ANG. Next
Mora.
comes the Mercedes AMG, baby. Listen, we're going to go ahead and take a quick intermission, take a picture with Angel. And let me see here. Bo, is there something to come back to or what?
Yeah, we'll read the super chats.
And we got to announce our winner, which is Ill Will. So, Ill Will, please contact us so we can fly you out for Canelo Triple G.
Next weekend.
3.
Yes, indeed. Let's go.
Ill Will. We do have a wheel and everything to show you that he won, but with all the issues yesterday, we didn't even get to show the wheel. But yeah, Ill Will did win. So contact me, Bo, Danny. We'll be right back. Shout out to Kenichi Beer. Head on over to KenichiBeer.com and get yourself a pair of Hibernation 5 so you can listen to my show every single day. And this way, you can actually hear what Danny has to say.
But
I can't talk over him like I do here if he's in your ear.
But don't forget to use our code TBV. That way you are able to save yourself a few dollars when purchasing a pair of Kenichi Beer Hibernation 5s. You know my pair in the car. I was just wearing them at the Top Ring Gym last night. Go get yourself a pair. I promise you, y'all will not be disappointed. And I know I've seen some people in the chat asking, Ness, people was very complimentary of the shirts we've been wearing. So just want to direct everybody over to ftwrbrand.com. You yourself can get a TBV authentic shirt from FTWR along with a lot of your favorite fighters. Jared Anderson, Teofimo Lopez, Caleb Plant, all with FTWR. Using our code TBV, you are able to not just save on our items, but all the other fighters that they work with as well.
That's right.
So use our discount code TBV. Get
you that merch. Caleb Plant shirt.
Yeah, get you some merch, man. Caleb's fight's coming up. Get you some merch, the boxing voice.
And I'm glad you said that because truthfully, we needed to give them the link and I guess be specific that it's FTR that we're obviously in partnership with, because I've been getting sales from our old shirts. So those aren't the FTWs. Like, you guys, if you buy it from our site, it's not going to be the new,
It's not our new items.
These are the new line. Like, we're no longer, doing anything new. Like, they're handling everything. And, like, these are amazing quality. As you can see, they have no sticker either. The inside is also, the foil paper lettering, and just the feel of it. So it's nothing like the ones we got on our
we're not wearing any, everything has.
This is an older one though.
Yeah.
This is an older.
But
TBV.
It has been out. Everything is now available on ftwrbrand.com.
And the link is in the description. In the chat, Danny.
So for those of you tuned in right now on YouTube, obviously to be everybody who is live, you can head over right there, get you some merch.
Guess what I just did? I hit the thumbs up, and it went from 180 to 181.
Thought you farted.
So if you haven't already hit that thumbs up button, we would just ask that you take that second right now to go over there, hit that, because we need to get some bigger guests up in here, and we want to keep these chairs filled for you. We want to remain the Breakfast Club of boxing, and we're doing our thing, so we need your support. We got to check these super chats. Did we leave any behind?
So I am refreshing now, champ. Do you remember the last one you got to? AJ Smooth, right?
Well, he got 3, so we might have to go back.
Okay, so I think you might have read some.
We did Casual Boxing Fan. We got Jazz. Do y'all think Alicia has the gas tank to handle Mayor's work rate? That is true, but you know what I seen throughout the years? Work rate gets cut down short if you're getting punched in the face. So it's like you could throw all these punches in a previous fight, but now if you find somebody like a Shakur that's accurate, bam, and he hitting you, you reluctant to throw punches because you know you getting countered. That being said, we got Chris Carlson. You can punch each other's face you can punch each other's face in, but don't curse. Okay. Yeah, and he's talking about Michaela Mayer and Alicia Baumgartner. And obviously they're talking about you could punch each other's face in the ring. They don't want you to curse on the build-up. So I get Sky Sports as a network. Jazz 11 back with another £5 super chat. He says Nestor James with the over 9.5. That's right, baby. I told y'all. Jazz 11 right back with another one. He says, Danny, do you know anything specific Alicia was working on in camp?
Head over to youtube.com/The Boxing Voice to check out my full interview and full workout. Like, literally, it was like green light for everything. She let me record the full workout. So You can find out for yourself. I don't want to misspeak.
Damn, green light for everything?
Green light for everything.
That's dope.
Shout out to the champ.
We got AJ Smooth that says, Ness is a Gemini. There's a nature. No, their nature is to debate. Eye looking emoji. I do love to debate me some shit.
And he sent that when I was saying how you've put at least one of your previous co-hosts in a mental hospital.
Mm.
Who else? We got Jazz 11 $5 says Frazier Clark, Ness.
Frazier Clark, okay.
That was the
heavyweight that I thought.
Yes.
So that was right? Or was it backwards? We had
I
said Frazier for sure, but Chris Carlson $5 super chat bringing up Al Heyman twice. Already we said that. AJ Smooth.
We did not read the $10 who said respect to Top Rank wanting the grittiness. Don't need these boxers soft. Boxing is a classic sport. That old man spectating for no reason, blood, sweat, and tears. Here's a towel, not a damn smoothie.
AJ Smooth right back at you. He says, how was the sparring in Tulsa during, we said that. Mad Bet, what up? Good morning. I want Kenichi beer. Where's Rashidi Ellis? You know what that means. He wants us to spin the wheel. My man really wants those Kenichis. So, AJ Smooth, I mean, we could definitely spin for you. The thing is, my man's Jazz 11, he don't want us to spin for him. He made that clear. Some people want it, some people don't. We'll leave it up to y'all. You know, we just want to be able to offer you something.
Damn, they saying bring a fluffy Danny back. Damn.
Crazy.
First y'all was clowning me. Now I'm.
There it is. Hey, Matt Bet, you got it, baby. You landed on Money May. All you got to do now is just send in the $10 and put it on the Kenichi bill. Because you Money May, you do it the way you want. You know, whatever you want, you get. And now I think the show has come to an end. Even though this is the show that doesn't end. It goes on and on.
Well, to answer who am I the blogger and the rest of the world, I am your co-host, Ringwalk Danny. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, at Ringwalk Danny. We are the Boxing Voice. Happy to be joined alongside our wonderful producer, Bo. Where can they find you, champ? Huh?
Bo Mason _TBV on IG.
And the man, the myth, the legend,
Ness
the
GTO
creator himself.
Instagram and Twitter. Catch me at your favorite fighter's gym.
Catch us at the Win today. Blue Wire Studios live at 12
show
Pacific,
schedule
3 p.m. Eastern. Arrivederci. We out, man.
The show is already scheduled for the Win episode. If you want to join in, you already know.
It's episode 7
right
coming
here,
up today.
YouTube.com/La Voz del Boxeo.
Peace.